The diva's lying, plain and simple. She's got nothing to back up her story. In the first place, she never heard my voice. She forgot the words because she heard gunshots, as if. Didn't Detective Emma Skye hear those gunshots during the third set anyway? The shooting took place when I was on stage, man. So you claim Lamoureux's testimony was a lie. Hey, don't get me wrong, I dig what she's doing, trying to protect that kid. And she's got the court eating vague statements out of her hand just because she's blind. Wow, that wasn't cool.
Yeah, it's kind of insensitive. You go too far, Darian.
I mean, it says something when even Clavier's like that wasn't cool.
Yeah.
Look, all I'm saying is you've got a reliable witness. Why not listen to the detective? Detective Skye? I see. Mr. Justice, you may begin the cross-examination. What?
I love that they're like, Detective Skye? Okay, we're ignoring that. Continue.
Oof.
they're like, they don't even care at this point.
I mean, I have the right to cross-examine now, so
Yeah.
before we could get her back on the stand.
The non sequitur of it all of the judge being like, B? No, we're going back. We're staying with A.
Yeah, I don't know whether that was intentionally like meant to be like a snub on her, or if it was just like awkward writing. But
yeah.
He didn't waste any time finding her weak spot. I can't do this with Lamoureux's testimony alone. I'll have to find some other way to prove when the shooting took place. You don't have any proof she was lying? Oh yeah, kid. You saying I lied? No, I'm just saying,
Apollo, clear back at him.
I couldn't help it. I flinched by reflex. Detective Crescend. Yeah, what do you want? Nothing.
Come on, Apollo. Apollo, chin up. Back straight. You're wilting.
This guy's hard as nails. He makes Waki look downright cooperative.
He hasn't even said anything particularly aggressive. He's just been like, what?
Yeah, he's just like, yeah. What? He's not even saying, like, what? It's no exclamation mark.
He's like, yeah, what do you want?
What do you want?
Yeah? What's up?
Yeah, he's saying
You're asking me a question?
Look, there's no way the diva remembers my voice. I don't know, it's the pompadour. Oh, I just noticed the rings up there, so we might be able to like find a lie or a twitch.
Yeah, but it's not up.
Oh, that's because I can just press a button, I think. Can't I? You never talked to her, even though you were playing in the same concert? Not a word as far as I can recall. But weren't there planning sessions or something? Gavin took care of all that himself.
Darian wasn't involved in any of the meetings with her.
Ugh. As if you could just go around remembering everyone's voice like that anyway. I mean, when that's your main way to identify people, yeah, probably. Only an idiot would believe that. Lamoureux's hearing is very sensitive. She could remember him if she heard him, I'm sure of it. I just can't prove it. And I need proof. Oh yeah, no it isn't. I can't use the ring yet. Okay, cool. We know she missed the words. The mixing board proved it. Oh yeah, there was a mistake. But blaming it on gunshots is just a lame excuse for lamers. What do you mean? The mixing board proves what? It proves there was a mistake in the song. Missed cue. So, you just flubbed it up big time. That's all.
I don't like that it bounces.
I mean, at least it's not like limp.
It does go limp. It's gone limp before.
Not like limp, like completely flaccid.
Ugh. Don't call it flaccid.
Placid? Because it's... No. It's the pompadour. Flaccid pompadour.
I appreciate the effort.
She spins this story about a gunshot to protect the kid and cover her own goof. Goof troop. Woo. He doesn't know the reference as well.
Yeah, he just thinks that saying the reference is knowing it.
Well, then he did the woo from DuckTales, but...
Yeah, goof troop. Ooh.
Man, if I have to hand it to her... Wow, I can't read the sentence. Man, I'd have to hand it to her if she wasn't sticking it to me at the same time.
Darren, watch what you say. Lammermoor is an artist. She just flipped it up. That's no small accusation for a performer of her caliber.
Heh. She got to you all right. I can see it in your eyes. I tell you, most of her stuff is so pretentious it's way over my head. I'm detecting a rift in the Gaviner's ranks. Anyway, she's too close to the defendant. Her testimony can't be trusted. If you ask me, I'd go with Detective Sky's story at the drop of a pick. I was trying to understand why I said drop of a pick. He means a guitar pick. I get it.
Yeah.
I was like, a pickaxe? Like what kind of pick do you mean? Like the picks, like you use like
a tooth floss? Like a flosser?
Yeah. Like what do you mean pick? And I was like, oh wait, that's a guitar thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I say as somebody with a guitar and picks.
Listen, could happen to anyone.
Actually, I was there too. So I hear. Which means you heard them too, right? The gunshots. Yes! We heard gunshots. Quote. Neither I nor Emma actually saw the shooting, mind you. Heh. I guess you and Lammermoor got the same excuse then.
We know one thing for certain here. There were gunshot-like sounds that emanated from that room during the third set.
I said gunshots and gunshot-like sounds.
Yeah, that's why I giggled, honestly.
Really? Was it that dumb of a reference?
It was a King of the Hill reference, yeah.
That's such a far-fetched thing. Why did you think of that?
Because it's propane and propane-like accessories, right?
No, it's propane. Isn't it propane accessories? There's no like in there.
Oh, it's propane and propane accessories.
Yeah,
oh, you're right.
We both did that, though.
I thought it was propane and propane-like accessories.
No, that wouldn't make any sense.
That wouldn't make any sense. You're right. But that's where my brain went.
But that's where my brain went, so I don't understand.
What we must determine is whether the sounds were actual gunshots. Machi heard them too. Remember? He said he ran from the air duct for the air duct when he heard them.
So, how do we figure out just what those gunshots were during the third set were? That could have been what the shooter wanted us to think. I'll tell you what the shooter that kid wants you to think. He wants you to think that the diva heard me in that room. I'm back to relying on Lammermoor's testimony.
As much as I'm enjoying the Darien and Forehead show, there's no need for such tempers.
Don't make us into some comedy duo. This means the Gavin and Darien show's cancelled.
Neither of your claims can be proven or disproven. We could argue for days like this and get nowhere.
Prosecutor Gavin is quite right. This court will hear no further discussion on this topic without new facts. New facts, huh?
He's pretty eager to paint Lamoror as a liar, isn't he?
Yeah, because her testimony is basically our entire case.
This is tough. Say, what do we do?
I've got a few ideas. I just need to find another way to prove it didn't happen when he says it did. Okay, so what do we got?
Go to the gunshot-like sounds.
That was Gavin that said gunshot-like sounds. But
Keep
it does
going.
say this. I think that's... Oh, and it tells us gunshots here.
Yeah, so...
Hey there, Dark
There.
Data. No worries. I hope everything's going well, and we'll catch you later.
Yeah, bye!
Okay. Which statement?
Well, let's see what we got first of all. It's been a while. Let's
3 pages.
go to the very last page. That's what I thought. I vaguely remember Phoenix handing us firecrackers
Yeah.
right at the end.
Well, firecracker fragments.
Yeah.
I
So
sell
think this is-
firecrackers and firecracker fragments.
No, that's a push now. Now I feel like you're trying too hard. But I think it's that, right? Like that because we don't need to know for a
At
fact
this
that
statement.
this was it. We just need to prove that it could have been these.
So this statement too?
I think so. Yeah. Right. Didn't
Possibly.
Detective Emma Sky could have heard
It makes
the
sense to me.
firecrackers go off, not actual gunshots.
It might have been able to also be on statement 3. I'm not sure because they mentioned the
Maybe.
gunshots there too.
Yeah.
Some things were found at the crime scene after yesterday's trial. What things? The first was this small device.
That's the remote circuit's igniter.
Correct. And one more thing.
What are those?
What are those? The remains of something burnt? Not another guitar, I hope.
That's another reference, by the way. Another meme.
I don't know which one that was.
The what are those? You haven't heard that meme before?
No.
Yeah, you point at shoes and you say what are those? Because they're
Oh.
ugly shoes or they're cheap shoes.
Okay.
It's a meme. It's already old. Like the youth
I
of
mean-
today wouldn't.
A meme is old after like a week now, so
Yeah, like it's no Skibbity Toilet Riz Ohio. You know.
I don't know what that means, but at this point, that's an old meme, whatever that is.
Yeah, it kind of
Because
is.
you mentioned it last week, so now it's old.
Yeah, it's kind of old at this point. If I know of it, it's old. That's how it works.
Well, if I know of
traces
it,
of
it's
gunpowder.
retro because it's so
Yeah,
old
by
that
the
it's
time you hear of it, it loops right back around. The traces of gunpowder were found on the fragments. We have a report that it was something like a firecracker.
Hey, how did Gavin know about this?
What? You think the test is Scarvex for you? I received the report this morning before coming here. That's when I made my decision, actually.
What decision is this, Prosecutor Gavin?
I registered Darian as a witness in today's trial. Just in case.
This raises another possibility. Those gunshot-like sounds during the third set. Could have been 2 firecrackers rigged to go off by remote control. You've got an active imagination, don't you? But you shouldn't say every little thing you think. Your explanation there seems a bit too convenient to me. How so? You're saying this firecracker just happened to go off. Right when 2 witnesses came walking by.
That's right. Darian was out on stage when it happened, Apollo. How would he know someone was backstage right then?
A firecracker goes off in the forest and there's no one to hear it. You get my drift. Why go through the trouble, man? How do I explain this?
He may not look it, but Darian is a gifted detective. To show any weakness, and he's sure to find it.
You may not look it, partner. Gee, thanks, man.
That reminds me. I happened to pass through that very hallway several times that day myself. I saw something odd there just before the third set.
Something odd?
A headset, the kind all of the band and staff members were wearing.
That's right. We picked this up in front of the door to that dressing room.
What if that headset wasn't dropped but placed? What if it was turned on?
You could hear what was going on in that hallway. The volume's that loud? I guess it would be gunshot, but still. Even if you were out on stage. Pfeh. Whose side are you on, Gavin?
Listen to me, Darian. There are no sides in a court of law. Which is why I now turn to you, Forehead. I have a question for you.
Huh? For me? Ooh-woo?
The igniter and the burnt fragments that were found at the scene of the crime. But what?
Oh, I said for me, ooh-woo.
Oh, for that I see. I don't even know that reference. I mean, I know those words separately, but I don't know those words together.
You use the little finger emoji.
Yeah, but I understand all of those words separately. I don't understand them together. Like, is that like a reference to something?
I think it's just a kind of post people do.
Yeah, like I get the ooh woo, right? Like I'm all about ooh wooing and doing the finger thing, but like, is for me specifically like a thing?
Well, I've seen it. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It might be. It's certainly a possibility that they were part of a ruse to fake the sounds of gunshots. Throw in the headset from the hallway into the mix and you could fabricate an alibi. But we're still no closer to proving anything. Those gunshots might have been real or fake. We can't say.
Did somebody say fake?
Who's like who? Who says fake? Shallow Hedgehog.
I found her, you fake hedgehog.
Yeah. Who you calling us? Who? Sonic?
Sonic and Shadow will say it.
Oh.
That's the entire bit.
That's the bit.
It's that fake hedgehog here, again, of all
game.
places.
Yeah, I haven't played that game.
Well, play it. It's not long. It's like a couple hours.
I guess.
It's an afternoon you can finish it in.
Yeah.
Ugh. Unless you're doing 100%, then it's like 100 hours.
You've raised the possibility that the shots were heard during the third set were faked. Now you need to prove the other half of the case.
The other half? Look, I'll just tell him. He wants you to prove the thing went down in the second act, while our little piano player was on stage. That right, Gavin?
Indeed, if you can't prove that, then to continue this cross-examination would be pointless.
Well, Mr. Justice, Can you prove the crime took place during the second set? Yeah, I think.
You'd better know, Apollo, otherwise we're through.
It can be proven.
You make it sound like somebody else is going to come along and do it for you.
Let's continue with the cross-examination then, shall we?
You make it sound like you can just say baseless accusations and then two idiots on the internet are going to have to prove you right.
Well, I mean, yeah, it can be proven as very awkwardly worded, so I'm glad Clavier called that out, because... Witness your testimony, if you would. This isn't going to be easy. I need some decisive proof and fast. You ready, kid? Because I am. Wait, why is he... Oh, I thought he was giving a new testimony. Okay.
Okay, let's see what we got. How can we prove that it happened during the second set? Okay, not that, because we already tried it. Not Incuritis, not the guitar, not the egg, not the newspaper, not the diagram. No. I'm gonna be honest. I think it's either the VHS tape or the sound box, like the mixing board again. Like I don't know what else it could be, because that's the only two things that we have decisive proof of second versus third set type of thing.
But neither of them have a gunshot, right?
Maybe. Go. Let's do. That's what I'm saying. Like maybe we can't hear because the music is like essentially like a MIDI, so like we can't really hear it in the video. So
what are we doing?
I guess let's check the mixing board to see if we can hear the gunshot.
I thought we've tried before.
Put all of them down, just one at a time. What you're starting with 5?
Oh,
you
said put all of them down.
Yeah, one at a time. So let's start with 1. Let's see if we can hear a gunshot. This would have to be it because these are her vocals. Riveting gameplay. There it is.
Oh wow, yeah, no, it's there.
that was not nearly as hard as I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be like a little blip, and it's like nope.
I don't know how we.
Yeah, it's surprising that we haven't heard it until now. Like I feel like this game is gaslighting us, and this is a new track.
Did it always have vocals? I thought didn't have vocals on there before because I thought we even joked about.
I think we just didn't recognize that those were vocals. We thought that was another instrument, and it wasn't until like later that I realized that the pew 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 because I brought that up in like maybe 2 streams ago. I was like, oh, those sounds are her voice. I thought it was
in the
part
video
of the music.
I knew. I didn't remember hearing those MIDI sounds. I guess.
Well, we also didn't. You're right. No, you're right because the mixing board didn't have this song. It had.
Oh yeah, song. It had the dumb class. Okay, we've never had. What? When did we get this?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
When did
this game is gaslighting us.
When did it change?
This game is gaslighting us.
Yeah.
Can you skip it? If you go to like the skip function, do you go to different songs?
No, I can just skip between sections.
Yeah, that's so literally how would we have supposed to know that? If it wasn't just brute forcing.
When did it do this?
When did it do it? I don't know. If you stacked your saves, we could have loaded up an older save and checked.
It's kind of excessive to stack your saves for Ace Attorney.
No, it is. It is.
Like, it's hard for me to resist stacking my saves for Unicorn Overlord because I start to do it, then I'm like, why? There's no point, though. Why would I need to load an older save?
Are there no missables in Unicorn Overload?
No. As far as there's missables in that you can actively choose to turn down gaining a party member. But
yeah, that's fair. And there's no penalty if you lose.
No, there's no permadeath either. So
yeah, then I guess there's no real reason to stack your saves.
Yeah, seems like there was clear.
Yeah, we found it.
It seems like there's clear proof left behind. Right here in Lamora's song. Her song? When did you get a recording of that? What exactly is this, device thingy? An overriding gramophone, perhaps? Well, what if gramophone's irrelevant, Judge? How old are you?
Also, Judge, you've seen this machine already. We've used it in this case once.
Have we used it in court?
Yeah, we've used it in court. We used it to prove that that there was a mistake in the previous track.
I thought that was outside of court that we proved that to Gavin when talking to him.
Yeah. But then we also had to prove. Remember, because he was like trying to it was like either like the drums or something. I vaguely recall.
We used it for the missed cue for Gavin.
Yeah, it was a miscue, yeah.
That was outside of court.
No, I think it was also in court to prove that he might have been busy doing something else. And that's how we started implicating him.
No, he got implicated just purely on Lamoror being like, I heard him. The miscue is definitely not brought up in court because it didn't have any importance. We did the video we've shown where it was Lamoror missed one of the words because she heard the gunshot.
Yeah,
but we did. You're right. We used it, I guess. Come on, we just used this, and don't get me started on gramophone.
See, they just used it.
They just used it. I don't think it was for that, but this device was used to record the performance part by part. Part? What does that mean?
Judge, really? You don't know the concept of a part?
I don't. Where am I?
Clearly.
Did I take my medicine yet?
You move the sliders to adjust the volume. Each instrument is adjustable separately. Lamoror's voice included.
It's an instrument? Ho ho! What does this prove? According to Lamoror's testimony, at the moment of the shooting, she forgot the words to the song.
You intend to examine the recording at the moment, yeah? We might even hear those gunshots.
Exactly. Huh, ridiculous. Also, it's going flaccid here.
See? Told you.
And then he has to stroke it to get it.
What?
What?
What'd you say?
Then he has to stroke it to get it to go permanent. He's not like going the whole way to like straighten it out. He's just doing a little flick.
Disgusting!
It's not my fault. I didn't make
the mic far away from me because of how upset I am.
I did not make this animation. I would not have.
Gross, Shitakumi. You should feel bad.
He doesn't make the animations either. He does the writing.
Oh, I can guarantee that little freak
was like... That's a Miyamoto thing.
Give him a pee-pee hairdo.
That was Miyamoto.
Make him stroke it. Shutakumi's a little freak.
No, that was all Miyamoto.
Miyamoto's like, it's the only way. It's the only way we're gonna allow you to make another game in our console.
He like played the entire game. He's like, listen, the game was great, but you need this one little change, or I will not let you publish it.
Yeah, and then for the next one that Shitakumi brought to the table, Miyamoto just wanted it to be a full-on hentai, and that's where Shitakumi was like, no, you know what? I'm just not gonna write for these anymore. I'm drawing the line.
How are you supposed to hear gunshots back in that dressing room out on stage?
Have you forgotten, Darian? We were all wearing these headsets.
Oh.
We were all deeply involved in our performance. But Lamoureux's headsets would have picked up what she heard all the same in the shitty acoustics of a vent. She's performing live.
Was that while she was doing the trick that she missed the cue?
Yeah.
It was?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because she was walking by and then she heard the gunshot.
Yeah. Well, she wasn't walking, really. She was kind of crawling, but...
Yeah, well, she had to gun fast. She had 2 minutes to do it.
Oh, yeah, she was like... What did we say she was doing? Did say she was like...
Misty stepping, but you said blinking.
No, but I thought at one point through the vent we were like... I don't know, she like... slid through or something.
Something.
Rolled, I don't know. Something weird.
Oh, you did say that she was like in a rocket-propelled like vehicle. Like she dropped and broke all the bones in her legs.
Then like
catapulted over.
Yeah, like launched herself forward.
Yeah, she launched herself forward, anime style. While blind, let me remind everyone.
While blind and with 2 broken legs.
And still singing in perfect pitch in shitty, like, air vent acoustics.
Well, she was moving too fast for, like, the acoustics to pick up.
Yeah, the acoustics couldn't catch up with the rest of the sound.
Like, she was sonic booming at that point.
Yeah, and the sound of her voice was traveling with her.
That's why she thought she heard a gunshot. That was the sonic boom.
That was just the sound of her body breaking the speed of sound.
And I wish that was the case.
I wish that were true.
Let's get to analyzing that recording. Right now. I know what analyzing means, but it's not part. Lamoureux stopped singing when she heard the shots fired. Find that shot, and I'll find the gunshots. That was the start of part 2, right?
Yeah, in channel 1.
Why is it not letting... Oh, it's already up. I need to turn these down. I don't know if that matters, but... Yeah, it's right there. It's right at the start. Your Honor, listen closely to this part. This is the track with Lamoureux's vocals.
When you stole away the keys, my heart held on to the so tight.
Headshot.
DJ Khaled. Brap, brap, brap.
Nice on.
Certified hood classic.
I did hear something faintly there, yes. Why, it sounded like a gunshot. She's really good at imitations.
Faintly? That's pretty audible.
I mean, it was audible. It was definitely a lot quieter than like the rest, like the singing and stuff.
Yeah.
What? This has to be some kind of mistake.
Don't even acknowledge it. Keep
I'm just trying to see if he's going to fix it. He's not going to fix it. Okay.
Keep going.
He's just going to let it hang now.
He's just not excited anymore. He's not into it. I believe a case has been made. Gunshots were heard during the second set, which means Lamoureux's testimony was true.
Grah.
Grah.
Grah, bro. Order. So she was telling the truth about what she heard?
It was the... Sorry, I forgot her voice. It was the other man speaking, not Mr. Letos.
Well, what did he say?
It's over. Press the switch now.
Just after that, there was a gunshot, and then the guitar caught on fire.
Detective Cashant, you weren't on stage during the second set. You could have done it.
But why did we only hear one gunshot on the recording? Weren't 2 bullets fired from this weapon? Lamora was moving through the air vent, Your Honor. She must not have been close enough for her mic to catch the first shot. But then, as she passed over the dressing room, the force of her move breaking the sound barrier killed Mr. Latouche. The gun fired again, and Mr. Latouche's life was taken.
I believe it.
Well, Detective Crescend?
Once again, I am reminded of something. Our performance that day.
Your performance?
Seeing the mixing board jogged my memory. You were there too, Airforehead. What was with today? Problem after problem. Achtung! My hog won't start. My guitar case is busted.
I can help you start your hog.
My guitar's been bent to crisp, and to top it all off, someone's dead. And then there was that performance just now. What was that all about?
This part is off.
Which is that? Second guitar.
Ah.
It was you, Darian! I thought it was strange at the time. How could you miss such a simple cue? I know you. I know how you play. You are better than that.
I was distracted because I was killing someone. I mean...
Have you noticed that I've made the character choice of Clavier's prosecutor voice to be an affectation? And when he gets passionate, he devolves into just full-on stereotypical German nonsense.
Good choice.
I don't know if you've caught that. I've been consistent the entire time.
The entire time we've been playing, or
yeah,
the entire time we played this game.
Yeah. Whenever he would get flustered, he would devolve into like a heavier, stereotypical German accent. And then whenever he was like trying to be suave, he'd like go into like a more ambiguously foreign.
I noticed it retroactively. Thinking back,
yeah. I'm just that good of a voice actor, what can I say?
Yeah, well, You what? And Prosecutor Gavin, what are you getting at?
I'm talking about the mother weapon, Mr. Latouche's 45 caliber hand cannon. Hand cannon? I mean, technically correct. It's just very funny. As we have learned, even the shooter doesn't go unscarred with a revolver that size. The kickback is enough to dislocate your shoulder if you're an amateur.
Well, I'm not an amateur. Oh, shit. Wait. You mean his playing was affected because he hurt himself shooting that revolver? Ha! You're forgetting something. Yes, Detective Crescend. I'm a trained police officer, you know. I've had firearms training. Plenty of it. I shoot people all the time. I mean,
Yikes.
do Japanese cops have a lot of firearm training? Because they don't carry firearms.
Yeah, I'm curious.
I mean, I get this is future past Japan or something.
Future past Japanifornia.
Well, even in original context, but still, I'm no amateur.
The standard firearms issued to police officers is a 38 caliber weapon. A much tamer beast. Also, the mother weapon belonged to the victim, Mr. Latouche. Which suggests there was a struggle between the killer and the victim.
So, the killer might not have been holding the revolver correctly when he fired. Is that what you mean? Oh, you missed a line.
Oh, sorry, I was looking up whether Japanese police officers carried guns.
He said the thought had occurred to me.
The thought that occurred to me? Yes.
Well, does the witness have anything to say to this?
Oh. The answer is yes. They do carry weapons, but they have to use them less because obviously less of a population in Japan has guns. and they are also better trained in hand-to-hand combat than American police.
Fair. I think UK, their police don't have firearms.
They got batons, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think that was what I was thinking of in terms of other countries that with better gun laws that don't have law enforcement carrying guns.
Yeah.
Detective Crescend! What I want to ask is what Mr. Sleeves Rolled Up Ready for Action has to say.
Who's Mr. Sleeves Rolled Up Ready for Action?
Hey, you, attorney. I guess the sleeves are rolled up.
Is it me? My sleeves are rolled up.
That's Apollo, I guess. He does wear sleeves.
Oh, his sleeves are kind of rolled up.
They are rolled up. I never really noticed, but sure.
Yeah, I never internalized it, yeah. Honestly, I thought he was wearing a suit jacket in my head. Because Phoenix does.
It's especially noticeable on the right side where it's clearly like almost up to the elbow.
Yeah.
His right, our left.
Yeah, I got it. Stage right.
Exactly. What piece of your evidence is decisive again? You got a little noise on a tape that could be anything. And you have an alleged guitar cue missed due to a 45 caliber kickback. I weep for this case, Gavin. I really do. You can line up your little weak piece of evidence all you want. I didn't shoot that manager. That's the obvious truth. The witness has a point. The defense's arguments, while persuasive, are not decisive. I believe we should hear what the witness has to say in response to the case so far. Your testimony, please, Detective Gershend. Tell us your reasons why you couldn't have done it. Is it his reason he was on stage? Like... Come on, why would I even want to kill that manager? You want a reason? Easy. I got no motive, man. So when did motive matter? This was that diva's first trip to the country, right? How can I possibly know her manager? If I didn't know him, why would I want to kill him? I only like killing people I know. Shit. A simple reason, indeed. Prosecutor Gavin, is it the case that Ms. Latouche had not been to her country before?
According to our records, yes. Not even once.
I see. Very well. Mr. Justice, begin the cross-examination. Great, now I need to find a motive? Well, he's Interpol. Like, how do they know he hasn't been to this country undercover?
The world may never know.
Her manager, sure, but Mr. Latouche was... Oh, right. Sorry. An Interpol agent, wasn't he? I just have trouble picturing that big lunk as an undercover cop, you dig? And not a very good one, seeing as how he got wasted. Dead. That's cold, dog. Not that it matters either way. See, I had no reason to kill the man, whatever he was. But that's the same for Machi. No motive was proven for him. Come on, he traveled around the world with that old fart. He had plenty of time to come up with a motive of his own. Ugh. More than I sure did. I mean, think about it. Darian, you're a detective with international affairs? Yeah, what of it? Even if this was Mr. Latouche's first trip to this country, you still could have met him prior to the concert. Huh? Or don't you take any international trips in the international affairs? That's right. Well, Detective Gushand. That's your game, is it? Guess I'd better confess then. Confess! He did it! Case closed! Let's go. I want to get home to dinner.
Gumshoe, bring out the confetti.
Gumshoe, bring out the dancing lobster. Yeah, it's a bit of an embarrassment, but I've never been sent overseas. What? But you're an international... See, me and Plane's got a difference of opinion. We don't like each other much. Okay, but if it's your job, you don't really get a choice.
Yeah, you have to.
You can't just be like, okay, I'll take the international affairs position, but I refuse to travel, even if that's necessary for the job.
Yeah, like that's not like it's not you can't be an international police officer if you're not allowed to if you're not willing to go internationally.
Yeah, they'd be like, okay, well, we need to transfer you to another department then and get somebody else in here.
My condolences, Forehead, but he's telling the truth. He's never set foot outside of the country. I can guarantee that.
Plus, you can leave the country not on plane.
Yeah, you can be on a boat.
Or just like land borders, like.
Yeah,
I don't know what.
If it's
I don't know what borders
Japan.
Japanifornia, but.
Yeah, I was gonna say it depends on what borders Japanifornia.
Doesn't Japan have a very long bridge that goes to like mainland Asia?
No.
Oh, I thought they did.
They have a bridge that connects it to the North Island. I believe it's Hokkaido.
Huh, I thought that on the southwest side that they had.
I don't know.
I could be wrong.
I truly don't know.
I could be wrong. I thought I just remember hearing that somewhere, but obviously it'd be an insanely long bridge if it is, but like we also have cables going along the bottom of the entire Atlantic Ocean, so like
yeah, I wouldn't think it's impossible. I just wouldn't, I don't want to say with any certainty whether it's true or not because I wouldn't know.
As it turns out, my division has plenty of work to do locally as well. That's so unfair. So you didn't fraternize with him at all during the concert? Fraternize? I don't think we exchanged a single word. If anyone would want to talk to that old Eastern blockhead. As if someone would want to talk to that old Eastern blockhead. Now, ladies, that's a different matter altogether. So you see. We just need to prove that Mr. Latouche was actually Miss Latouche.
Your Honor, we've been dead naming this character the entire time based on medical records and IDs. We can verify that they are actually female. Case closed.
You sure about that? What? Wipe that look off your face before I do it for you. Listen, you try throwing out one of your wild accusations. I'll throw it back at you so hard you'll forget who you're accusing of what.
Forehead, perhaps it is best you let your evidence do the talking, yeah?
Man, what evidence? That's what I want to know. So he's using this motive question as ammunition, huh? Well, I've got ammunition too. Evidence.
Evidence.
Where's that gun?
Shoot him. Why would I even want to kill that manager? You want a reason? I got no motive. I think you do got a motive, sir.
Oh, you think he has a motive? Is it the statement you're saying?
Yeah.
What?
Egg.
Egg?
Egg.
On statement 2?
Yeah. He wants the egg.
He wants Latouche's egg?
No. Mpreg.
That's not what I thought we established that she's Miss Latouche.
Oh, F-Preg. Oh, Moonlight Maple, you came at the worst possible time.
Hey, Maple.
Oh.
And then Maple immediately leaves.
Yeah. Yeah, we're discussing egg-based F-preg, apparently. It's not my finest moment. It's not my finest moment.
So you brought up this.
I did. Like I said, it's not my finest moment.
Your Honor, take a look at this. What's that? Looks like candy. Immediately.
Oh, it's actually an egg-based F-preg?
It's not. Don't lick it, please. Don't worry about it, Maple. Detective Crescend, ever seen this? Looks like a piece of candy.
Ooh, piece of candy.
What it is evidence. Don't lick it before you try it.
Oh, God.
What?
Oh, God. I got so worried.
Why?
I thought that sentence was going in a completely different direction.
I don't know where you're thinking. So.
Oh, it involves sticking things.
Don't lick it before you stick it?
Yeah, I thought that's what he was saying.
Specifically, this is a replica of a cocoon. It was found among the victim's belongings.
Egg.
Oh, Maple, if you're still there, how are you doing?
Hi.
A cocoon. Never seen one that color.
Look, it's a Grim Reaper cat.
Or grap, if you will.
A grap.
How did I... I don't know.
It's a piece of grap. I don't know how you made that. It's a variety only found in the Republic of Virginia. Nowhere else.
All right, but what is this cocoon replica doing in my courtroom? Surely this has nothing to do with the motive for killing Mr. Latouche. Does it? Seen dinner? I'm doing well, thank you.
Yeah, I'm doing well. Just vibing.
What you having for dinner, if you don't mind me asking? I like hearing about food.
Ooh.
I mean, I think it does. You don't sound so confident, man.
Go ahead. You can read that line.
A cocoon.
I had egg.
Are you actually having egg?
Really? That's convenient. I had a submarine sandwich from a well-known mass submarine sandwich making machine company where you can quote-unquote have it your way.
Oh, wait, what? You know that's Burger King, right?
Oh, no, you're right. Sorry.
I mean, I don't think they sell
Burger King's slogan is have it your way?
Isn't it?
There's not a lot of variety in Burger King.
Yeah, it's Burger King. Have it your way.
That sounds delicious, by the way, Mabel.
I mean, it's still kind of egg. Well, chicken is.
Chicken is kind of egg.
It's just late stage egg.
By the transitive property. Yeah, it's aged egg. No, it's the.
I think you're thinking of Eat Fresh.
Eat Fresh,
a place you could eat fresh.
Yeah, the place you could eat fresh. And let me tell you, I came out disappointed.
Yeah,
I don't think I'm going to eat there again.
Ever? Wow.
Not like it's just like I feel like their bread's gotten smaller over the years. Like it was so small this time.
They definitely skimp more and more over time.
Yeah, like it was actively like the 3/4 or smaller than the original size that they were.
The price keeps going up and the amount of food you get keeps going down.
Yeah, like I don't know if it was just my location or all locations, but now they have like a big metal lid that they close on the meats and stuff and the cheeses. So you can actually see them preparing the food. And I can almost guarantee that they're putting in less meats and cheese than they used to before.
Oh, they definitely
And you can't tell anymore.
Yeah, I mean, long past are the days where you got 500 cent 12 inch.
Yeah. Listen, I get 12 inches fairly regularly. I don't know where you're
for 500 cents
from.
or
for 500 cents. Oh, sometimes even cheaper. Let me tell you. Not just kidding. That's gross. But yeah, like their list, their like available sauces went down. The Like they don't have as many. They don't have as many kinds of breads anymore.
I haven't had them in forever, and I probably won't unless it's like everybody else is going there, and I'm just like, okay. But.
Yeah, and this is just like a personal thing, but like as soon as I was done eating, like it triggered my gag reflex. Like I almost threw it back up. It wasn't bad. It's just sometimes certain foods will do that for me, and that one did, and I was like, whoa, that's never happened before. So yeah, like I was sad because I used to love eating at Suburb King, but not anymore, I guess.
Well,
it's also expensive. It was like $30 for 2 sandwiches.
Jeez. Yeah, I had a leftover HelloFresh second serving.
Ooh, what was it?
It was spaghetti and shrimp scampi thing.
Oh yeah. I think I saw you post that somewhere.
With well, I didn't post it recently anywhere, but with red pepper flakes, so it was kind of spicy.
Mm-hmm. That actually sounds really tasty. Was it all combined ahead of time, or did you keep the pasta separate from the sauce?
There's no real sauce. It had like an olive oil.
It's like
olive oil parmesan.
It's like a scampi. Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah, I kept second serving just in one bowl because.
Yeah.
And if anything, I think it's kind of better to keep the olive oil and stuff on it because.
It marinates the flavors.
Yeah, it keeps it from like it keeps it moist. So.
I get it.
You love shrimp? Saying I like shrimp in general. So.
Yeah.
I am a seafood type of person. So. I see food.
Yeah, Shad JV can have all my portion of seafood any day. Like I'll eat certain ones, but you know, it's not even that I hate it. I just like I know that people will love seafood, so I give them the opportunity to consume my portion of seafood if there's ever an option.
I do get a lot of shrimp dishes from HelloFresh partly because I really like it, but also shrimp I feel is very easy to cook compared to most other meat. Mm-hmm. It doesn't cook long, and it's very easy to tell even visually when it's done. Like, there's no guesswork, no like having to like check like the temperature. Like you can see it, it's done.
Yeah.
So, and as opposed to when I had the fish is always a little bit of a pain to cook. But I'm gonna go for ramen with the guys, or not for the seafood ramen. Ooh, that sounds good. I tend to, when I go for ramen, I really like tonkatsu with like pork belly or whatever.
Calamari pizza, though. I'd try that.
I'd try that. I'm worried about the texture of that. That'd be kind of weird. I love calamari, but
I don't think I've actually had like fried calamari.
Yeah,
because I'm assuming that was what was on the pizza. I don't think it was like slices of just cooked calamari, was it? I mean, it could have been. I don't know. I've never had calamari, I guess.
I mean, when I hear calamari, I think fried because that's generally how we have it like in Italian.
Okay, yeah. We're on the same boat.
Yeah, I mean, it has a bit of a, I wouldn't say a rubbery texture. It has a little like, the texture of it I feel like is kind of strange for pizza, but
yeah.
I would try it.
What in my language, not to dox myself of the language that I say I speak all the time, but in my language it translates as octopus, but I don't know if it's actually octopus.
Squid, calamari squid.
No, I'm saying what I've had.
Oh.
So like I don't know if it's calamari or squid or octopus or you know what I mean? Like
cuttlefish.
They call it squid, but it could be calamari for all I know. And it's not fried. I'm saying like we would have it like it's like a rapid boil, and then you have it in like a vinaigrette.
Just not tough to chew. Yeah, usually calamari kind of has a. I just tried the texture. It's kind of like a bite to it, a little like crisp, like.
Yeah.
A snap.
That said, though, I would love to have squid ink pasta. Like I don't even think I'd enjoy it. I just think that like I just want to eat it for the novelty.
I want to try it because squid are my favorite animal. So.
Yeah. If you can't eat your favorite animal, is that even your favorite animal, right?
But like, I hear I think very salty squid ink.
Yeah, I'm sure it's very potent.
But I want to try it, at least just to try it. Maybe I'd like it. I don't know.
Yeah, like for sure. Like I'd want to try it.
But you know, I'm the type of person that just like wants to try everything. So
yeah,
I'm definitely I don't know how to word it right. I'm the adventurous. I was trying to say like I'm not like. But I don't know what the opposite of adventurous is. I guess picky, but like there are things I don't like.
Yeah,
like I'm open to trying everything really.
Yeah.
YOLO. No, try almost anything. I will not try fugu. That's a limit.
Yeah. Well, you're an adventurous eater, but the difficulty level of the adventure is medium. You're playing on like normal difficulty. You're not playing on like hard or merciless.
I don't know what that means, but
well, if it's an adventure, right? Like the difficulties in like an adventure game.
Yeah.
Like you would be like a normal difficulty kind of person. Like you're willing for some sort of challenge, but you like don't want to go too hard into it.
I'll try pretty much anything that's not fugu.
Yeah. So
pretty much anything
like merciless, then, right? Like you don't want to. It's like tactician, just like the hardest.
Fugu is classic mode permadeath on.
Classic mode permadeath.
Fugu is the survival mode where you just get one shot.
Shad must die mode.
No, that sounds fun, Maple. If I ever get to get out there to your guys' neck of the woods,
not to dox Maple.
I mean, they're open about where they're from, but
no, it's our running joke on the stream.
Yeah, but I definitely would like to try the places where you guys all like to eat out there. I know you guys all get ramen a lot there, so I'd like to be curious about that place. And I've been told, of course, I have to have pizza there. So
yum. So definitely Maple's from Hawaii. You have to have the pizza. You know how Hawaiians are with their pizza.
I have no witty comment there because I have friends from Hawaii, and I feel like I'd be very hesitant to go to Hawaii because I know how tourism affects Hawaii. Like, I don't think
it'd be so bad. It'd be rough, especially for like
it's one thing
my mental health.
It's one thing if a friend invites me to come along with them, if a friend from Hawaii.
Yeah.
And like there's certain situations I might be willing to, but like I'm hesitant because I just know how rough it's been there. So.
Like I would love, like if it's like you said, like if I had a friend who was like, hey, come to my home country in my hometown and I'm gonna show you around. Like there'd be very few places that I wouldn't be willing to go. But mahalo, brother. But yeah.
Ohana. Aloha. Okay, I've exhausted my vocabulary.
But yeah, like I don't. There's a ton of places that I wouldn't want to go alone.
Yeah, I mean, Hawaii is just one of the biggest ones because of the
Alola.
It means hello and goodbye. God, but I will always remember the episode of Phineas and Ferb where they go to Hawaii, and the running joke the entire episode is somebody will say aloha, and they'll always say it means hello and goodbye. I don't know why that's a recurring joke, because that does mean those, but
it's like what does Pot of Greed do? It's on
basically, but the show itself was doing it. So
yeah.
Is it one of those silky cocoons? The kind that you can make silk out of?
Wow.
Not this
100
one.
IQ.
This cocoon makes a powerful curative. A curative for what?
Incuritis. Apparently, it is most efficacious. Efficacious. How do you say this word?
I'd say efficacious, but
efficacious. I know efficacy, right?
It might be.
So I would assume apparently it's most efficacious. I would assume efficacious. Okay.
It's like infinity and finite. Infinite and finite. Like they don't.
Yeah, but we don't have to talk about this. Every time you say that, you know I have to say that I know a person who says infinite.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying that like you could have a different form of a word and now it's pronounced differently.
Yeah. Apparently it is most efficacious at treating a disease thought incurable. It is the only medicine of its kind. However, it is illegal to take one of these healing cocoons out of Virginia.
Even though it would save tens of lives.
Tens of lives, yeah.
Whatever for. Also, don't we already know the judge's friend, son, has it?
Yeah.
Like, this is almost, like, messed up for us to be like, oh, this is the one thing that can heal your friend's son's incurable disease.
That's a tough, conflict of interest, though, for the judge.
We can't give it to you.
Yeah. Yikes.
Whatever for. If it's such a miracle cure, why not share it with the world?
Yeah, that's what I've been wondering. We looked into the matter at some length. Apparently, it isn't difficult at all to manufacture the remedy from the cocoon. Yet, if you change the process only slightly, you can easily make a large quantity of something else entirely.
Drugs. Which,
cocaine.
I mean, that's what medicine is drugs.
That's where cocoons come from. Cocaine, cocoon. A deadly poison, in fact.
Isn't that still?
Drugs. It's all drugs, yeah.
You're making medicine. You're making, which is a poison too.
You're just making a different kind of medicine.
What?
There was an incident several years ago where some of these got out into the black market. It caused quite a commotion in the global community, though the media was kept largely unaware.
Okay, sorry about this, but that is a very bullshit reason to make something illegal to export, because there is so many poisons people can still buy.
Yeah, no, 100%. 100%. Like, it should just be regulated. Like, it can be manufactured into the medicine from Virginia, and then like the medicine can be like distributed if they really don't want the cocoons themselves to be. Like,
yeah,
it's so
and
weird.
it's also bullshit that like it's only going to get into the black market if it's legal to export. It's the black market.
Yeah, literally, that's what's happening right now. It's been illegally exported. Clavier.
Well, we just have a replica, but
yeah.
Intriguing.
All of this led to a strict ban on the cocoon's export. One rigidly enforced by Interpol, among others.
So, like, fuck those children that have this incurable disease.
All 10 of them.
Some people could buy poison. That's different than the poison they usually buy. Name brand poison.
Name brand. Cusco's name brand poison.
The finest Borginian imported poison.
The finest Borginian imported poison specifically for Cusco.
Right. The victim, Romaine Lettuce, was an Interpol agent.
You didn't even try that time?
Detective Crescend, you insist on referring to him as a manager. But that is misleading. Romaine Lettuce wasn't killed as a manager. He was killed as an undercover agent.
I've been there. I've said someone's name wrong, and then within the same sentence said it right.
Apollo realized he pronounced it wrong, but he was like, "Okay, it'll be awkward to like correct myself, so I just do it right next time."
Yeah.
So I was trying to smuggle this gumball into the country. They were trying to say, "Now you're going to talk about its amazing world." Sorry, is that
Oh, The Amazing World of Gumball. I get it. That was a delayed reaction.
Yeah.
That was a delayed reaction.
I was like, oh god, did I stretch too far?
I listen. I have only seen that show in the bits on the internet. I've not seen a full episode.
That show did some really good things.
I mean, I've seen the part where one kid is like a banana is like looking at banana porn.
That was not some of the good things.
And one where when the titular Gumball, I'm assuming the blue cat had to inflate another character.
Yeah, you're not seeing good stuff.
Him.
You're not seeing the good stuff. There's stuff like an episode on like what love is, and it ends up the moral of it is it that it doesn't man or woman, it doesn't matter. Love is love.
Love is love.
Yeah, like they've had some good stuff.
The dad is a streamer and is streaming the game Calculator.
Yeah, yep, the calculator.
And divides by 0. That was very funny. So yeah, that's what I've seen.
So you saw one good thing.
And something that I still quote to this day, the memes that the ghost girl has, they're so funny. I have them all. She has these vintage memes. They're so funny.
Yeah, that's Darwin's girlfriend, the fish.
Yeah, she's literally I showed them to my partner and both of us cackle every time we see them. We think they're so funny.
I mean, I recommend that was one of the better Cartoon Network shows in the past couple decades.
I think so.
Honestly, it's probably third after Steven Universe and Adventure Time. It's probably the third best show the channel's had in the past couple decades. So.
Yeah. Yeah, when Marshal de Bouffler's French troops besieged the Spanish held town of Mons, but you don't care because you were a Tala that was only interested in golf and brioche. That's so funny!
Yeah, and in the show, they're just like, what?
Yeah, when you're at the party and you've got to stop Bay from disappearing like the island of Buis from St. Peter's flood. That's hilarious. When you're about to spit fire, but remember the Treaty of Ryswick promised your lance in Freisburg to the Holy Roman Empire. That's iconic. That's so funny.
I mean, the joke is she's very old because she's a ghost.
But it's so funny for me to think that, back in the Holy Roman Empire era, people were making dank memes. That's
I think we have evidence that, back in, caveman drawings they were. They didn't have the word meme, but,
yeah.
As long as we've had written language, we've had crap like that.
When you and your friends are all geared up, but Coachella isn't happening for another 300 years. Iconic. I love them all.
See, it's a good show. You should actually watch it.
There's so many kids shows that I would need to watch if I started. I've missed so many.
I'm saying that could well be a motive for murder. Oh, so I was going to sell it on the black market and make myself a pretty penny. Ridiculous. I mean, totally unthinkable.
I'm gonna be honest, this is not what I think is happening.
What?
I don't think this is what he's doing.
What, trying to sell it? Probably not, no.
I don't think he stole the cocoon.
Oh. Okay.
I do think that Mochi stole the cocoon. Okay. I still think that he killed Latouche, but I think Mochi stole the cocoon.
Well, then what do you think the motive for murder was?
I don't know yet. I hadn't thought that far, but I think Mochi stole it because he's friends with the dude, the judge's son. Although Mochi has never left Virginia.
Yeah,
so
how do you?
My logic is pretty flawed, but it's I don't know. That's where my head was going.
Plus, isn't this just a replica, anyways?
Yeah, but the implication is that Latouche had the replica because he was trying to look for the original that was stolen.
Okay.
So
Unthinkable, you
I
say?
still,
Why?
yeah, go ahead. Yeah, that's it. I still think that the real one is out there somewhere.
Well, I mean, I'm definitely not hiding it in my beard or anything. Perhaps it's time for another testimony.
He thought it was a gumball and he started chewing it.
Oh, I was just thinking, no, he's gonna help his friend's son. He actually knew everything that's going on. He's just playing dumb. So about the smuggling of cocoons business. International Affairs got a memo about these cocoons. Interpol's all hot and bothered about them. Can't sell them on the black market, too dangerous. Yeah, cocoon smuggling ain't exactly lucrative anymore. Man, I'm in international affairs, I know the deal. Indeed. Interpol wanted these cocoons bad enough to send Mr. Latouche undercover. You kids think up the craziest things, but nor am I gonna risk life and limb just to get my hands on some dirty cocoon money. Not the most noble of statements, but duly noted.
According to the reports, these cocoons top Interpol's list. Selling them to an underground organization would be risky.
Very well, I may begin the cross-examination. This is the only motive I've got. He was up to something, and I'm going to find out what.
Here, give me 1 quick second. I'm sorry.
Sure. Oakley dokley.
I'll be back. Like less than a minute.
Yep. Hope you're all doing well though. There is heads up, there's one more stream this week and it's on Thursday, 5 p.m. We'll be continuing our randomizer. I still think we might be on track to finish this case tonight. Which of course there's another case still in Apollo Justice. But yeah, I hope you're all doing well. There hasn't been a lot of game releases that I've kind of cared about. I know upcoming next month is the 1,000 Year Door remake, which I just a couple days ago put in a pre-order for Best Buy. I wanted to pre-order from Amazon so I get my same day shipping or whatever, release day shipping, but they haven't had any copies in to pre-order, so I just went with Best Buy. I'll try to pick it up in store. I'm really looking forward to playing through 1,000 Year Door again, even on my own, even though I sort of streamed it last year. It's a great game. And then, of course, the month after is Luigi Mansion 2. The only other game I guess I'm looking at this year right now is in October we're getting what is it called? Metaphor Fantasia or something. The new game by the team that makes Persona. Looking forward to that. I haven't really been following it, and I just ended up realizing that it sounds like it's something up my alley, and it's not that far off. But other than that, I'm just been playing older games. It's kind of a slow year. But that's fine with me. I have a lot of a big backlog. I've been doing I finished my New Game Plus of Persona 3 Reload, obviously, because we did that tier list stream. I've been doing Final Fantasy VII Remake and Unicorn Overlord, mostly. And then some Picross game that I picked up because I did the demo for it and kind of got hooked. But, yeah, hopefully you're all enjoying whatever games you're playing recently. I know there's, again, I don't know what else is really released recently. I guess kind of recently was, I think, Dragon's Dogma 2, but I didn't get that. I haven't played the first one. But yeah. Of course, after this, we might not jump right into, after we finish the Apollo Justice, we might not jump right into Dual Destinies. We might do something else in between. That's kind of a wait and see. We'll decide closer to. But, Anyways, this, I believe, is the last cross-examination of this case, if I'm not mistaken. So we're like almost done. Well, I hope things are okay. Harridan said less than a minute, and it's kind of been a couple minutes, which, I mean, that's not a problem. I just hope nothing actually came up. What else? Oh, and Heritage posted the memes he was just talking about in the Discord. Great. I wonder if we're getting any NSO games in, like, any more games this month. I know we got a drop a couple weeks ago with some like Super Nintendo and NES games. It was some more obscure stuff, but I'm hoping we also get a drop for the expansion pass, like the Game Boy Advance or N64. Here we go.
Okay, cocoon smuggling. Let's go.
Things okay?
What'd you say?
You okay?
Yeah, everything's good.
Okay. International affairs. Oh, this is just that memo. That's how you knew about the cocoons. Oh, nice one, nice one. I'm running scared now. You had to know about the cocoons to plan this. Just how well known are these cocoons? I'm embarrassed to admit it, but I'd never heard of them. Well, Lammeror knew about them, though not their use.
My reports indicate that there are ongoing efforts to control information about the cocoons. Most people only know they're illegal to export, that's all.
Then I've nothing to be embarrassed about after all. You could say people like me who know about them are a minority, yeah. That includes everyone in international affairs, man. And everyone in Interpol, too, for that matter. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there are other Interpol agents like Mr. Latouche. All over the world, likely. Deep undercover, most of them. That's why these cocoons are too hot for the black market. You don't want Interpol sniffing through your wares. Most came to the conclusion that some black market too dangerous. Dangerous? Yeah, Interpol finds you, they arrest you on the spot. Or another marketeer might think you're a part of a sting and take you out himself. Times have changed. But wouldn't scarcity drive up prices? Yeah, and attention. Every gangster and his brother would want a piece of that action. And turn your forehead into Swiss cheese before you can say objection.
Maybe we could get them to cut his head, too. Who's on trial here again?
Man, you so obviously know nothing about the black market. They love to give haircuts.
That's where you got his.
And that's a bad thing? Don't even try to mess with me about this stuff. Which is why you'd know how to find a loophole in the system. Hey, you can say what you want about me, but back off of international affairs. There ain't no loopholes, okay? Who do you think we are, Boy Scouts? That wasn't what I was trying to,
Down, Darian. It's as you say. There are no loopholes, at least in the case of these cocoons. International Affairs, Interpol, and Virginian Customs are all watching.
See, we know what we're doing. Not like some yipping little doggies that lap up every word that Diva says. Why, Otta?
Why, I oughta?
Otta what? You want some of this?
Ha ha ha! Chill, both of you. Let's do this cool, yeah?
Grr, screw cool. I want this guy's head on a stick. The replica has to be the key to his motive. There's gotta be a way to find out what he was up to. Okay. Where are we going?
Okay, keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Let's see what we got. Go back to the third page. Maybe I was wrong. Go to another statement. Go. Okay, go back. Yeah, maybe he is smuggling it, but he's smuggling it for the defense justice, for the kid. Like, I thought it was Machi for the kid. Maybe it's Darian for the adult.
So which statement?
So he's not even selling them on the black market. He's literally giving it straight to. It's like cutting the black market completely out. So it doesn't matter that it's not lucrative.
Okay, which statement would we be presenting on?
Go back. Yeah, it's not. You wouldn't even have to deal with the black market because it's this one.
This one?
Yeah, because it's not. It wouldn't. You wouldn't have to deal with the dangers of the black market because you're literally giving it to the person who wants it. Yeah, and I think it's this one.
Why not choose a less dangerous buyer then? I would. How clueless are you? Everyone in the market's dangerous. The second they found out I was a cop, I could kiss my keister goodbye. Why sell to a black market buyer? How about someone like this? That article, that's about the Chief Justices. A deadly poison can be extracted from the cocoon, but so can a cure. And not a cure for just any disease. A cure for incuritis. Incuritis? I've heard of that somewhere.
You're such a bad friend.
I went to visit a victim of this disease this morning. Aha! Why, that's the disease the Chief Justice's son has. You aren't saying... Our witness is a detective. He would have contact with the Chief Justice. You are saying... The Chief Justice would never deal in contraband. Not even to save his own son's life? But even if the deal went through, why, it'd be an international scandal. That's Detective Grishen's insurance. If word ever got out, the one with his neck on the line would be the Chief Justice. Detective Grishen, is this the true? Is this the true?
Is this the true?
First I'm a murderer, now I'm a smuggler. How many crimes are you trying to pin on me anyway?
This is the true.
This is not the true. This is the not true.
Not true is my favorite Pokemon.
Not true.
Yeah.
I don't like that Pokemon line.
Not true.
I feel like it's somehow offensive, but I don't know how.
I get that. 100%. I get the energy that you're saying. It's like, this should be offensive to somebody.
Like, it's not offensive to me personally. I feel like this is offensive to some sort of culture, and I'm not sure specifically how or what, but...
Yeah.
Distasteful as it is to think about it, if the Chief Justice were the buyer, why a seller couldn't hope for a better deal. A very cowardly seller.
Wow. Judge is like, only a little wimp would stoop to that level.
Stoop to healing a child? Death builds character.
Well, I've died 7 times already.
Back in my day, we've died from all manners of incurable diseases. And I'm fine now.
Yeah, look at me now.
But back when I was a kid, it's not like you saw anybody with, like, autism or anything, so, like, here, clearly, it didn't exist yet.
Clearly. If a disease didn't have a name, it didn't exist.
Well, that's not a disease, but...
Yeah, I'm talking about, like, curable things, not autism.
Oh, yeah, but there's also the argument, well, there wasn't that many... Why weren't there cases of that before? ADHD is another one they bring up.
Yeah. Or like ADD. Homosexuality. Like anything that's like, counter. People are like, that didn't exist. It's like, well, it did. It did.
Don't let sleeves over there trick you. So I made a deal with the Chief Justice. Where's your proof? Well, and you're forgetting...
He's horns. He's forehead, he's sleeves.
But yeah, you're forgetting one other important thing. Do tell! Interpol isn't the only one out there watching this. Virginian Customs barely sleeps, they're so worried about Cocoon's getting out. So we were informed. Let's continue with the cross-examination. Virginian Customs is very thorough, everything and everyone gets checked. Wait, press or present?
I guess. Is there more, or is that the only thing?
That's the only thing that was added. There's a new statement.
I guess press?
Just how strict is this customs check? Way strict. They keep planes on the ground for hours.
I do recall it being a bit extreme. They were even confiscating gumdrops and marshmallows.
Yes, it would be hard to distinguish them. That's right. Gavin was in Virginia, wasn't he?
I remember setting off the metal detector several times. I had to practically strip naked to walk through.
That I would have liked to see. Here's a travel tip for you, Gavin. Leave the bling at home, you glimmerous fop.
Oh, that's the implication? I thought the implication is that he had piercings in unmentionable areas.
I don't think they didn't imply that.
That's my implication.
Okay. Oh wow, wait, was that statement's new too?
Yeah, so there's more.
Cocoon possession will give you arrested on the spot and then sentenced to death. That's pretty extreme. Virginia has this rep as an idyllic, laid-back place. Truth is, they're beyond hardcore with security.
Beyond hardcore.
The Republic of Virginia is a peaceful, pleasant country. So this level of security shows how truly concerned they are about these cocoons.
That's the situation. Hey man, if there's a way to get cocoons out of there, I'd sure like to know.
I know how.
You're in a position to know quite a bit about smuggling. Yeah, I need to know a bit for work, sure. Well, we get our reports on the failed smuggling ops. Not exactly something you want to go copying. But if you want, I can tell you a few of them. Maybe you'll succeed and get rich. I would be interested in hearing, purely from a legal perspective, of course. I weep for our judicial system. Same, Apollo. The replica has to be the key to his motive. There's got to be a way to find out what he was up to.
Last statement. Present the guitar.
Actually, there is one way. What? One way to get something out of the country and no checks. What is it? You become a prosecutor. A prosecutor? Just a moment. And this track's been in every Ace Attorney game.
Or get him to pay. Sorry. My dad. He's ready to be picked up.
Okay.
Ah!
Do you need the context, or are you good?
What?
Do you need the context of why you're eyeing, or are you good?
No, I think I got it. I mean, you could pop up the history real quick for a second.
What way to get
You become a prosecutor. Yeah. Okay. Got it. I don't believe it.
Believe it, Prosecutor Gavin.
Apollo's believe it or don't. Is that what it is?
Is it?
I'm saying from Persona 3.
Believe it or don't.
Does Junpei not have his running like gag of Junpei's believe it or don't?
Oh, I don't remember what he said.
It's just he'll tell like weird stories and then he'll be like, Junpei's believe it or don't.
What was it that you told me yesterday at your office?
It was a beautiful instrument. It was played lovingly for many years. A guitar befitting of women like Lamireur. How did it end up here? I mentioned how much I enjoyed playing it that night, and she made a present of it. So this guitar's from Virginia? That it is. We couldn't carry it on the plane. Changes in air pressure and humidity ruined the wood. So we vacuum packed it in Lamireur's studio. I used the special shipping service available to me for transporting evidence. They brought it right up to my office for me. Pristine and untouched.
Did I get that right, Prosecutor Gavin? Untouched?
Quite. The guitar was wrapped in several sheets and vacuum packed in Virginia.
Is the implication that he just like that Apollo just quoted the entire conversation?
He's like,
They said it just like that.
yeah. The pack was untouched until the day of the concert. Are you saying that guitar was?
It was full of cocoons.
It was full of beans.
With cocoons this small, it would have been easy to use your guitar as a mule to smuggle a cocoon out of Virginia. What? Which reminds me, Prosecutor Gavin, that guitar had some work done on it recently, right? Work?
Good memory, Forehead. Is he talking about it catching on fire?
Talking about the sound
Oh,
hole.
you know how guitars have a round hole in the front. It's called the sound hole. Well, they found something attached to the wood just inside the hole. A broken device of some sort. A broken device? Yes, this, in fact.
An igniter. Exactly. Consider this, if you will. What if that igniter wasn't the only thing that was attached inside your guitar?
You mean... He means this, of course.
Pulls out an actual cocoon.
Yeah, he had it the entire time.
There was a way to get a cocoon out of the country. They could use Picky Prosecutor Gavin's privileged guitar as a mule.
What was the alliteration for, Apollo? Why?
Is that even a because he broke it up with the G's.
Yeah, he broke it up with Gavin.
It doesn't flow right if you do that.
Yeah, he should have just said that you could use the Pricky Prosecutor's privilege guitar
as a pule.
As a pule. Puitar as a pule.
And who else do that than someone with access? Like a member of the band.
The prickly
York!
The prickly prosecutor's privilege performing proxy.
Order! So the igniter.
Was placed in there for a clear reason, it seems.
It was a safety precaution. A precaution?
A forehead. At last, it all comes together.
Every strange thing that happened that day. Care to review? Summarize for me. Do you remember that from...
Yeah.
Sound Files?
AI Sound Files is iconic.
I missed a line. Meister, the gentle sounds of Lamour's ballad, if you please. Well, at least we get the ballad for... Will it do the weird missing the word here? No, I don't think so. See, it's a good track while we wait.
Bye. Sorry about that. Did I miss something you said?
What?
You said, did I miss something?
No.
You're saying, I thought, like, when I muted, I vaguely thought you said,
I missed a line. I already read it now.
Oh, okay.
First, my keys were stolen, a harmless misdemeanor, which forced me to break the lock on my guitar case.
The key was stolen to retrieve the cocoon from the guitar. I see. But things didn't go so well. The smuggler wasn't counting on the guitar being wrapped. Wrap it before... No, sorry. Only a member of the band could get near that case.
Lick it before you stick it, wrap it before you tap it.
Unwrapping the guitar would raise too many suspicions. Then the concert began. Right about this time, a very large problem presented itself to the smuggler. What's that? Mr. Latouche. Ah.
Mr. Latouche, an undercover agent, was onto something. He would have known about the guitar. He'd only have to check the shipping records. So Mr. Latouche tried to examine the guitar himself.
If the cocoon were confiscated then, the gig would be up. The only thing left for the smuggler to do was to get rid of the whole lot. It's over. Press the switch, now! The guitar burst into flames and the cocoon was lost. And then... Mr. Latouche died.
with Lamoureux there to witness it.
There's your case. Brilliant, man. Detective Crescend? I gotta know, you make all that up on the fly?
For a made-up story, it makes a great deal of sense, Darian.
Pfeh. Republic of Virginia? Sorry, man, but I haven't even been there.
True, you haven't.
Huh. Let's see you make up a story for that, kid. How'd I hide the cocoon in the first place, huh? It's not so hard to imagine. You had help, a Virginian accomplice. A Virginian accomplice. That's all. That you had an accomplice was clear from the start. The voice Lamoureux heard proves it. It's over. Press the switch, now. You made this transmission from backstage.
Why, your co-conspirator was on stage.
But who was it? This is it, the coup de grace.
The coup de gravy.
And for once, I know what I'm doing. Hey there, White Cat. Welcome. Hair's cracking you up now. Only one person who could have helped him. Let's hear what Mr. Justice has to say then. But be warned, with a great accusation comes a great responsibility. As one great comic writer has once written. Make up your answer on the fly, as it were, and you'll be harshly penalized. Roughly double. Are you ready, Mr. Justice? Who was a smuggler's accomplice? Phoenix Wright, right?
No, I think it was Machi.
The joke answer or serious answer?
It's a serious answer. Remember, I told you that I think he was smuggling it from the beginning. So, like, that still lines up with my theory.
Okay. How are you, White Cat? There's only one person who meets all the requirements of the accomplice, and that the person is the defendant, Machi Tobai. But Mr. Justice, he's your client. Oh, yeah, I'm not defending him for smuggling.
Yeah. I'm defending him from murder.
A defense attorney accusing his client. That's a new one. I assure you, no one is more unhappy about this than I. But I am here to defend him in the murder of Mr. Latouche. And I stand by my statement earlier that he is innocent of that particular crime. What?
It's weird, like, he's like weirdly being an actual lawyer for once. Although, I don't know if he'd incriminate his client in another crime, especially one that would incur the death penalty in their country.
I mean, you wouldn't incriminate. You'd talk to the client probably first before you're like, hey, if this is the only way out of this crime, are you cool with admitting this other thing you did?
Yeah. Because that's what it means. He's either getting the death penalty in Japanifornia or he's getting the death penalty in Virginia.
But he's not in Virginia, and I don't think he can be forcibly taken back to Virginia if he just doesn't go back.
Yeah, he'd have to, like, be exiled.
Indeed, the defendant is Virginian. Glad to hear that, White Cat. He does meet the basic requirements to be the accomplice. But what if it was, in fact, Lamoureux? It couldn't have been. Well, you seem sure yourself. The reason is electronic signals, Your Honor. Electronic signals? Recall this remote only works to a range of 30 feet. Beyond that, it's useless. Yes, that's true. Now think back to the testimony. When the shooter made his transmission, Lamoureux was in the air vent, right above the dressing room where the shooter stood. Let's look at the stage diagram. This is the area that the remote could reach from the air vent. Well, looking at this, it seems that Lamoureux still could have done the deed. No. When the shooter made that transmission, the stage was slightly different than shown here. It was in the middle of the guitar's serenade. Part of the stage was raised. Prosecutor Gavin and the Lammermoor stand-in were in the air. They were on a tower which happens to be 15 feet tall. In other words, the remote couldn't have worked from Lammermoor's position in the air vent. Well, Detective Greshend, what do you say to that? Your Honor.
Yes, Detective.
Could we see the video where Gavin's guitar burns? Just one more time.
Well, I don't see why not.
What? Don't tell me he has a way out of this. Pleasure.
A fleeting melody. It wraps itself around me, and now through the air I fly.
Too bad, so sad. Punk. But Punk!
What are we too sad about it? First you were sleeves, then kid, now punk. You're losing rank fast, Apollo.
I feel like Punk is higher than Kid.
Yeah, I think punk implies a sense of endearment. Like you care enough about the person to like start internalize them as a being as opposed to just like an entity.
Yeah, that's one way to put it.
What exactly were we supposed to see in this video?
The problem is what isn't what we see, correct, Arian?
Right, it's what you hear. We are musicians after all. Care to explain for us non-musicians?
I hate that meme.
Sure thing, Punk. Let me get your yarn straight first. What meme?
We're musicians, of course. Like that whole thing now with everybody doing that.
Of course we hear things. I don't know.
Yeah. We're musicians. Of course we eat potatoes for breakfast. It's like, what? What does that even mean?
You're saying I ordered the Wii pianist to set off the igniter. I feel like that's an old meme at this point. Like, that's like a month or two ago.
It's about
I saw
a week
those.
old at this point.
No, I was seeing YouTube clips for it like at least a month ago.
No, yeah, it's like a couple months old. Yeah.
And by the time I'm seeing them, they're probably old.
Yeah. I knew they jumped the shark when it was like, we're D&D players. I'm like, where does the line end? Like, we don't need all of these.
You probably haven't seen, because I think this meme is like a started today meme based off of what I'm seeing in all the servers I'm at. There's like one with Foghorn and Leghorn now, a meme. Where he's like...
It's hot off the presses.
Yeah, like, they Photoshop him into different scenes with characters and have like an all caps statement. Like, where's an example one? Because they're in a... Like here, like where I found one, he's in front of Mewtwo, and Mewtwo strikes back. It's like, now see here, boy, what you gotta understand is the circumstances of one's birth are irrelevant, see? You've been given a gift, boy, and that gift is called life. Now what you do with that gift, well, that there, right there, determines who you are, boy. Like, it's just him explaining stuff.
It's just him, yeah, him.
It's him,
like,
Foghorn
part of the
explaining stuff. Like, there's one, like, standing over Leoban, Digimon. It says, "No, boy, I say, boy, what did I tell you about taking on that there Beelzebub? He's a devil on wheels. You may got a lion's heart, but you don't got a lion's instinct. Now look at you, drying up like a donut left out in the sun." Like, it's just him explaining stuff to characters. I first saw the meme actually late last night after midnight. And in the past, like, less than 24 hours, I've probably seen over 36 variations of it, just out of nowhere. And I'm like, what the heck? And after, like, 3, I was like, this is dumb.
It's viral.
Yeah, it's at the height of its meme right now, so... That right? Yes? Well, in order to do that, you'd have to press a switch. Am I right? Okay. Let's take another listen. Pay attention to the piano. Piano? I can't see the piano. The camera's not pointed on there.
It's about what we can hear.
Oh, because he doesn't stop playing the piano?
Yeah, because you can't play piano with one hand.
Okay, but maybe the igniter is like his foot or something.
What seems to be the problem there? The piano sounded just fine.
That's the problem. Man, you still don't get it?
You still use your feet when you're playing a piano. There's pedals.
Not constantly.
That's fair.
Ah. Yeah, how he's supposed to hit that switch if he's playing. You've got Miss Diva, the guitar, the bass, the bass, the piano, and the drums. And the fish, I guess. The only one with her hands free was the diva.
Lamaror.
I won't say her hands were free. She was crawling through a vent. Quickly.
Yeah.
But according to you, she couldn't have been the accomplice, could she? Your accomplice would have had a hard time helping out. If they couldn't even press a switch. I didn't even realize that he has a mullet too.
Yeah.
He has a mullet and a pompadour. They're just hair's going on in both directions. The piano plays non-stop. He couldn't have pressed that switch.
Well, Mr. Justice, the piano does seem to be playing when the guitar catches fire.
Well, it's okay. We all make mistakes sometimes.
Apollo, were you wrong?
I can't be wrong. Everything makes perfect sense. How could it all just...
Strange.
What's strange? Wait.
No, it's just...
He's playing a keyboard, right? Not a guitar. Or not a piano.
He's playing an actual piano.
Oh, because I was going to say you could record a loop.
He could record a loop. But I think the argument is that he would need both hands to play piano, and you really don't.
Well, I wonder if that's what they're about to point out.
Yeah. Something odd about the performance there.
Odd?
Mr. Justice, if Machi Tobai didn't press that switch, then he could not be the accomplice you claim he is.
But everything points to it. Every fact says he's the accomplice.
You got the facts wrong, man.
Here's some facts for you. Gavin's guitar is on fire, but the pianist didn't press that switch. In other words, your story is full of holes.
Mr. Justice, let's hear your final opinion on this matter now. Was the defendant Machi Tobai the accomplice? Your answer will well reflect on everything you've said here. Give it some thought.
Apollo, if Machi's not the accomplice, then our whole case is ruined.
I know that. It has to be him. He was the only one who could have helped the smuggler. He had to press that switch.
Well, you'd better find a way to prove it.
Arg!
Arg!
God, I feel like the dumb TikTok voice right there.
Oh, yeah, like the AI
Yeah.
voice to speech lady.
What do I do? What do I do?
Arg! Yummy num num. In my soup? Ew. like it's like a very specific kind of intonation. Are you okay? Did I
No.
say something a little too? I
No,
was gonna
go
say
on,
I don't
I'm
know if
waiting.
you're holding back.
No.
Ack, there has to be something that doesn't fit.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Something odd.
Oh my god, that was spot on. Something odd.
Yeah, it's always like the intonation is not quite where you expect it to be. That's how I can tell when robots are speaking to me now. It's like that's your line, by the way. But
I know. You were talking. I was
yeah, you're trying to
respecting
figure
it.
out how to say it.
Can you hear me?
What?
I said you were talking. I was trying to respect it.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
Wait a second.
Yeah, that's very good.
What? You thought of something?
What was Gavin saying just now?
Strange.
What's strange?
It's just Apollo of Apollo and Trucy.
No, it's just something's odd about the performance there.
It's not much to go on, but it's all I've got. What exactly did he hear that was odd?
Have you come up with something, Mr. Justice? May I remind you that everything rests on this. Can you prove Machi Tobai pressed that switch? Let's hear your final answer. Can you prove that Machi Tobai pressed that switch?
The exact sentence you said! What the heck?
That's so funny.
Yeah, that's identical.
That's one to one.
No, there's a that.
1-to-1.
He added that this time.
Can you prove Machi Tobai press that switch? Can you prove that Machi Tobai press that switch? Yeah, I guess we have to.
Yeah, I mean, we have. You just said if we don't, we lose. So,
Yeah.
I don't know if you could call this proof per se, but I can prove it was possible.
Then, as prosecutor, it falls to me to ask you to show us evidence supporting this. Airforehead, you sure about this?
Accept it. There's no evidence, man.
Let's hear your evidence, Mr. Justice. On what do you base your claim the defendant pressed that switch?
Oh, God.
What?
Here, give me a second.
Okay. Alright, everybody, it'll be just another moment. We're really almost done with this case. Yeah, I don't know if we might start the next case tonight. We'll see. Depends how long it takes for things to wrap up here and how deep we get into the goofs.
Okay, sorry about that.
Okay.
Can we hear the music again?
The mixing board music or the
Yeah.
video? The mixing board, okay. Any particular track?
I mean, I don't know what track is what. I would assume whichever one the piano is, so it's definitely not one.
Probably not two, we'll see. Oops. Is there anything in there?
Riveting gameplay. That's not a piano. That's Mikau from the Indiegogos.
I think that's guitar.
Can you go back to the beginning?
Oops. Wait.
We know the piano's 4. What are you doing?
Wait, that was piano? I can barely hear it.
Can you start over? Yeah, all of this you can play with one hand.
So is that it?
Wait, I want to see if it changes to 2. Yeah, this is two-handed now.
I feel. How are they expected regular people to know that though?
Am I not a regular person?
I don't think the average person can tell listening, being like, "Oh, this piano could be played with one hand."
Yeah, this part of the piano track can be played with one hand. I mean, that's all I've got. Like,
No, I think
he could have pressed the
that
button
sounds
during
correct.
the first section.
So mixing board.
Yeah, this is the third time he's used the mixing board. If the judge doesn't know what it is again, I'm gonna.
My basis
flip a
for my
gasket.
claim is music, Your Honor.
Music? What about music? What does music have to do with this case?
I was listening to the piano part around the time when the switch was to be pressed.
How would we listen to that? Are you gonna replicate it somehow?
Right before the guitar burst into flame.
What's this device?
Pleasure, but a fleeting melody.
I hear a piano being played.
But doesn't it sound kind of simple?
Simple.
And clean. I think I know what he's suggesting. You think Machi could have played that part with one hand?
One hand. I don't understand anything that's going on here. I'll be honest. Like I'm literally only ever paying attention to the previous sentence and nothing before.
Yeah.
He only needed one hand to press that switch. He could play the piano with the other. Huh. What's here, some kind of piano savant? Actually, no. And what do you know? You can't play a part like that with one hand. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about here. Wait, I know.
I know. Oh, that's you.
Wait, I know. Hey, Trucy.
My bad. Yeah, you got something?
Mr. Wright, your father, he's a pianist. Could he?
Oh, Daddy? He couldn't play a part like that even if he had three hands.
So sorry. So sad for you. No, not really. Huh? That was just the easy way to prove it. There's always the hard way. Man, how are you going to prove whether he played it with one hand or two? You can't. I admit it'll be rather difficult to prove, but it's highly likely that he was playing with one hand. How do you know that? The clue is what Prosecutor Gavin described as sounding odd. What sounded odd? I'll bet we can tell by listening to a certain part of the song. No way.
Well, it seems we've come to the moment of truth at last. Let's hear what Mr. Justice has to say for himself. Show us the part that proves the defendant was playing with one hand. Right before the guitar burst into flame.
Machi was definitely playing one-handed just before the guitar caught fire. And one section of the song proves it.
Okay. So mute all of them but 4.
Oh my god, why? This is so annoying with sticks. I need to use the D-pad. This is still blow.
And then he actually, it wasn't at the beginning, so maybe I'm talking out of my butt. Like, we gotta hear for a second where it gets real simple.
And clean. I think it sounds the same here.
Okay.
I didn't hear it.
Okay, go back to the beginning. Can you save?
No.
Like we're locked in? Locked and loaded, baby.
Yeah, the record option at the top I can't go into. Why? You're feeling unsure?
No, I'm hesitating. You can't go back at all?
Nope. I mean, I could. You could make your yes, and I could tell you I just looked, so we don't have to tank it. Though I mean, we also have a clean slate, but
It's not this. Go back again. You're still at the third section.
oh.
Yeah, that's too complex still. So yeah, I'm sticking with my guns. I think it's the first segment.
I think it's the first.
Yeah.
Do you want me to present or for me to tell you if it's right or
Yeah,
wrong?
present.
Prosecutor Gavin, I'm sure you've realized by now just what it was that sounded odd to you.
But to be completely honest, the first section of songs are usually less complex than the rest of the song. So like it's kind of weird that they're making me commit to that. As I'm sure you realized it yourself, Airforehead.
Realized what?
I'll demonstrate. Let's listen to the part in question again, shall we? Pay particular attention to but a fleeting melody phrase.
Pleasure, but a fleeting melody.
Man, how many times do we have to listen to the same thing? You're right, enough of that. And now for something completely different. Now let's listen to another section, shall we?
Another section?
The guitars burst into flame at the end of the second verse. Let's listen to the same spot in the first verse. Pay attention to "Oh That Night in Your Embrace."
Sugar. Oh, that night in your embrace.
Play verse 2 again.
Pleasure. Did you hear that? You missed that line.
What? Oh.
Paula said there, did you hear
There, did you hear that?
They feel the same, true, but they're clearly very different.
What? Well put, Your Honor.
Yeah, because it's supposed to be a repetition in the song. The first verse and the second verse repeat onto each other, and one verse is more musically complex because it's using the second hand to add to it, whereas the second one is less. That's such a weird thing that the game expects a child. Well, this is T-rated, right?
I think this is T. I think this is before the series became M-rated.
Yeah,
least
this
here.
is weird.
They've all been
This is
paid.
weird that somebody was expected to be able to like hear that nuance in a DS game. That's all really I have to say. It's regardless of age.
The phrase in verse 2 is quite simple. The same phrase in verse 1 has high and low notes. You'd have to use 2 hands to play that for sure.
Ah,
What's that prove? I would think you'd know that by now. This is why I hate dealing with amateurs, man. The 2 verses had different arrangements. Happens all the time.
Yeah. Not this time, Darien. There's no point in changing an arrangement if you can't hear it clearly. And that wasn't the point. I had them play specifically so that the piano would stay in the background.
Oh.
That was what I noticed. Why should the same phrase sound slightly different, I asked myself.
Now ask yourself why kids love the taste of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. And why Machi changed how he played. And there's only one answer.
And how many licks does it take to get to the bottom of a Tootsie Pop?
And I don't know what the work. I didn't see what.
Sorry.
Apologize.
He was upset because he didn't know how many licks it takes to get to his head.
He needed a free hand in order to press the switch.
order.
No work.
I believe this ties all to the facts together. Well, Prosecutor Gavin.
Yes, quite. Though personally, this comes as a terrible disappointment.
What? No comeback. I can't believe it. I finally did it. I shut him up.
Yeah.
Very well. Barring an objection from the prosecution,
Objection.
I'll state the court's opinion on this matter.
Good show, Sleeves. No, great show. It's not over? I don't like it when he looks so happy. You tell him, Gavin. Tell him what's so disappointing.
Personally, I'm terribly disappointed in you, Airforehead.
Huh? Me?
Yes, don't get me wrong, your case is solid. The facts all check out, but even now, you have yet to show us a single piece of decisive evidence.
Yeah, but the fact anyone can see it was him. I mean, still, this is reasonable doubt on our client, so...
Yeah, that's all we need. Reasonable doubt.
Unfortunately, anyone does not include the law. I'm afraid your case doesn't cut it.
But...
1,000 facts might point toward the same conclusion. Without decisive evidence, it's not proof. That's the rule under our current legal system.
I don't believe it.
It does not seem as though the defense has any more evidence to present.
I think if he would... I think if he did, we already would have seen it a long ways back.
It is unfortunate, but at present this court is unable to acknowledge your accusation.
What? The truth is staring us all right in the face. Why can't they see it? What's the point of a legal system that protects criminals?
Apollo, remember what Daddy said? I know the voice I was giving him last week, but I couldn't replicate it if I tried. So I'm just gonna do my best. It won't be easy proving he did it, especially not under the current court system.
So what do I do?
Like I said, good luck. And be aware that it will be impossible to prove his guilt by conventional methods.
Ugh.
Every man has an igniter inside him. Find Darian Krishen's igniter and set it off.
Oh yeah, we gotta burn him alive.
Ha! I wonder what he meant by every man's igniter. Trucy, please don't. You're 14.
I think he just meant a weak spot, no? The kind of thing that a single spark could turn into a wildfire of emotion. I won't be able to press him further by conventional means. Gotta find a weak spot in this guy, something fatal. So can I get back to work now or what? May look like I got a lot of time on my hands, but I got no more time to play pretend with this dead-weight attorney.
Well, Mr. Justice, we've come this far without decisive evidence. This witness won't be coming back to the stand once we let him go.
Every man has an igniter.
Why would you say that?
What the fuck are you talking about, Apollo?
Why would you say that?
Huh?
This is like a villain monologue. Like, why would you monologue about what you're gonna do? Hey, Darian, I'm gonna try to get you mad so you confess.
Didn't you
What?
say the better the guitar, the brighter it burns, Prosecutor Gavin?
Ah, yes, good guitars are kept dry is why.
Well, I'm about to show you that Darian is the best guitar.
Takes out a Molotov cocktail. That provides the best sound.
Even a small spark could cause irreparable damage. Your plan has an igniter in it too, Detective. It was there from the very beginning. What? Fight in time, Justice. If you blow this one, he'll be out of your hands for good.
Go for it, Apollo.
What, and this igniter's supposed to come burn me up? That's almost poetic there, Mr. Attorney.
All the better. I'm rather fond of poetry. And I intend to hear this one through to the very end. Forehead. You are accusing this man, Darian Kershand, of 2 crimes. The murder of Mr. Letus and the smuggling of a Virginian cocoon. This is your last chance to prove your case.
The trial's already run on for far too long. Mr. Justice, this will be my last warning. The moment this igniter of yours turns out to be a dud is the moment this cross-examination ends. Understood?
Yeah.
Yes, Your Honor.
Then let's have it. Show us the basis for these accusations against Darian Crescend.
Okay, this is really my last chance. The key that will take apart Darian Crescend's plan is...
Call a witness.
Your igniter isn't a piece of evidence.
Huh?
So what is? It is true that I couldn't show decisive evidence, but perhaps what I needed to prove my case was something else.
You mean a witness?
Proving his guilt is a tall order, but I've got just the person to do it.
Very well, Mr. Justice. Who is this person who can prove Darian Crescend's guilt?
I mean, you're the one that kind of helped me figure it out.
How?
Because you said that Machi wouldn't be tried here for the death penalty because he's in this country, smuggling isn't the death penalty. So we can tell Machi that, and he can be a witness.
So you think it's Machi?
Yeah. Yeah, you helped me figure that out.
The one person who could prove Darian Crescend's guilt is the defendant, Machi Tobai.
Your client again?
Machi Tobai was an accomplice to the cocoon smuggling plot. Without him, Darian Crescend could not have gotten the cocoon. Furthermore, he can easily prove that the one who plotted to smuggle that cocoon is the real criminal in this case.
How so?
It required just one of the very cocoons Mr. Latouche was looking for. With the cooperation of Republic of Virginia, we could burn a cocoon. The burnt cocoon would leave a particular residue. A residue we would no doubt also find inside the burnt out guitar.
Ah, very scientific of you.
Thus, if Machi Tobai acknowledges his agreement with Darian Crescend concerning the attempted smuggling of a Virginian cocoon, the case is solved.
Darian's laughing again.
Your unrelenting passion is remarkable.
Darian, I'm already 3 steps ahead of you.
Really
You're going to be like,
don't
Machi's
you?
going to get the death penalty in Virginia. I already know that.
Too bad you'll never be able to. Why not? Little key tickler won't acknowledge anything. Especially not anything to do with cocoon smuggling.
What's all this about?
Taking a cocoon out of the country means death. By Virginian law. Ah.
Yeah, see? If our pianist really was a smuggler, then testifying about it would be suicide. Believe me, he's not talking. But you're wrong, Detective Crescend. What? It's the other way around. If Machi doesn't admit to smuggling here, he's in deep trouble. Huh? How? Look, if Machi admits to smuggling here, then he'll be tried in our courts by our laws. You don't get the death penalty for smuggling in our country. I didn't remember this twist, to be honest.
Yeah, no, but you literally, I mean, it was banter, but like it made sense in my head.
The victim
like,
in this case was an undercover Interpol agent. I'm sure that news has already reached Virginia.
And they will likely broadcast our dealings in court today, including the part about the Virginian cocoon.
Yeah, but...
He's having trouble keeping it erect.
Well, there's a pill for that. If you suffer from... No.
If your pompadour remains erect for more than 4 hours, seek medical help.
But if Machi doesn't admit to smuggling now, he'll eventually be picked up by the Virginian police. It's not like he's in any danger in our court. We're not going to find him guilty of murder here, not now. Yeah, but you can't do this. You can't accuse me. Maybe the law doesn't allow it, but who's going to think you're really innocent after hearing this trial? The same goes for Machi Tobai. Urk. The cocoon smuggling, your entire plan. Machi Tobai knows everything. There's only one way out of it for him, and that's to acknowledge his own crime. The crime of cocoon smuggling.
Yeah.
Don't worry there. I'll get you out of the country. I'll set you up someplace, a hidden mansion, real nice. You want a house made out of cookies, or no, a house made out of pianos? Come on. Please. Don't take.
Don't take.
That hurt my neck.
You shouldn't have done that.
No, that hurt my neck watching him do that.
Oh, I thought you waggled your head too.
No. Oh, can you not see me?
I did, but like I was also seeing the breakdown, so like I wasn't focusing on both sides. Darian, I consider that my last session with you. We rocked.
I'm guessing we can treat that outburst as a confession.
Uh-oh, he's laughing again.
There's a kind of sick desperation in it now, though.
Order.
Well, have you been listening to today's trial?
Yes.
And you'll talk. You'll tell this court everything.
Yes.
I didn't want it to turn out this way, but I'm not the kind of lawyer that can overlook a crime.
Today's trial was all for your benefit, you know. I see no reason why you should hesitate now.
I knew. From beginning. I knew. Machi. Situation. I cannot explain. But money. I needed. Very much money.
Today's trial raises a delicate issue with our legal system. The only thing definite in a court of law is evidence. This is the golden rule. However,
it has become apparent that not all things can be tried by the standard.
should another case of this sort surface, you may have to consider an alternate system by which to administer justice. Yeah, I could just change to a different justice system based off of a couple trials that I have. Anyway, Mr. Machi Tobai.
Yes?
I promise you will receive a fair trial by the laws of our country. And with regards to the current charges for the murder of Mr. Latouche, this court is prepared to announce a verdict.
I thank you. I only lie, but you see truth. You find truth.
That's our job. Very well. This court finds the defendant Machi Tobai.
Not guilty.
Yeah, cute little eyes.
Little baby blue eyes.
Little baby blue eyes.
Little baby blue eyes.
Baby, 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 baby,
Oh, I meant because they're
baby,
baby
baby,
eyes,
baby,
but they're baby blue color.
blue eyes.
But okay, sure, make it Persona.
What?
Sure, make it Persona.
What was it otherwise?
I said it. I meant because they're baby eyes, like they're small, but also.
Oh, they're baby
baby
blue eyes
blues.
because he's a baby.
Yeah,
But they're also baby blue because that's the color.
yeah.
Court is adjourned.
Baby blue eyes, baby, babe. Baby, 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 blue eyes, baby, babe. I wonder what'll happen to Machi.
Well, he did smuggle a cocoon out of Virginia, so he's probably getting the death penalty. I guess there'll be another trial here. I mean, I don't know who possibly I could be voicing that this could be, so.
All's well that ends well. Daddy! I owe you both my thanks.
Lammeror.
Is something wrong?
I'm sorry, Machi was your partner on stage, your friend. Oh, that's kind of creepy, though, because you're like 40-something and he's like 12.
Yes, I thought of him as my own son.
That's a little less creepy.
Even now I do, and yet something got a hold of him. Something evil. I see that. He must pay for what he has done. I don't think so. I thought the vibe was that Machi wanted the money to pay for surgery to fix Lamoureux's sight.
Is it? That
Yeah, because it was like
that might be what we're about to find out.
it was like implied that like she wasn't born blind, like she went blind, so it might be fixable. And I think he probably figured out that there is a surgery that could fix it, and he was like trying to get a lot of money to pay for it.
I was born blind, molded by it.
Blaine. It's Blind Bane. Is that not how it should be?
I'm still sorry.
Do not be sorry. You have given me courage. Courage? I am considering an eye operation. It was my suggestion, actually. You mean you'll be able to see again? It's funny, I've always been afraid of the light. Light seems so harsh, so unforgiving. According to the doctor, Lammeror lost her sight due to some kind of accident.
An accident?
As you know, I suffer from amnesia. I feared that if I could see, perhaps it would open my eyes to the truth I have been running from. I was scared. You know what changed her mind? Hearing your defense in there today. She could feel your gaze, unwavering, always looking straight at the truth. If the light returns to my eyes, I think I will take up painting.
Painting? That's awfully bold to, like, having never painted. Be like, you know what, I'm
As far as
gonna be a
she's
painter.
aware. She could have painted before she lost her memory.
She could have, but she doesn't remember it.
Yeah. So it's muscle memory. It all just comes right back. That's right. She's a landscape painter in sound after all.
And now I'm gonna actually paint just with sound.
Ah! That's blue. Ah! That's green.
Oh, is this, crap, what's it called when you can, like, your senses, synesthesia?
A synesthesia, yeah. Oh, that's brown.
The sounds of colors. You can hear colors.
I mean, I have a certain, like, I don't have like full, but like there's certain things that like when I look at a sound, when I look at a color, like it evokes like another sense in me sometimes. Like it does.
I don't know if you have synesthesia.
No, I don't think I have synesthesia. Absolutely not. But like certain colors, like if you see like a really like bright red, does it not make you think of like red, like cherry candy? And then like your brain kind of thinks of the flavor of cherry candy.
No.
No?
No.
I do that all the time. Yeah, like a certain shades of blue make me taste vanilla.
I don't actually taste anything. No, looking at colors.
Yeah, you can't taste color, Shad. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that like the color is like a specific shade, and it's such a like a powerful shade in your brain that it makes your other senses kick in, so then you can taste it.
Read the line.
Like, have you not? Like, literally, like greens and yellows. Like, if it's a specific shade, it makes like the back of my mouth like sweat, saliva, because of like the tartness of lemons. Like, it does it not do that?
The days of my youth, like the scent of fresh lemons. You see.
I will paint the two of you. I promise. Woohoo! I can't wait, Lamaror. I owe you my thanks too, Apollo.
Thanks, Mr. Wright, but for what?
You reminded me I need to hurry things along. On my secret mission, that is.
Right, your secret mission.
Apollo, Trucy, I hope that we will meet again someday soon. You bet, me too.
And so, like a ballad, the trial flowed on and on until it came to an end. Thanks to the trial, the guitar serenade was a huge hit. Prosecutor Gavin's even more dazzling to look at now. But
thanks to a murder, this song is now popular.
But there's something I want to say to that guy. Next time you write a ballad,
have them catch the killer at the end.
I mean, they're also going to be down a guitarist, but...
Yeah.
Hey, guys! I heard you need somebody to play guitar. I mean, I know that I barely get to play on the drums, so I could, I could step in.
I gotta play with drumsticks. That's the only way I know to play anything.
Yeah. But here's a little ditty I've been practicing.
And then he takes out a pair of drumsticks and brings out a guitar, and everybody's like, "Gumshoe, that's not how you..."
Oh my god, I didn't see what that line said.
Immediately plays Dragon Force through the Fire and the Flames perfectly with drumsticks.
It's going.
Yeah. That's all. That's a bit. I just need to finish.
Yeah, we're talking over.
Yeah.
I don't know what line they said first.
I don't know what line they said either. In order to understand it myself, I had to know the story. I think that's you. The story of the last 7 years.
Who?
I don't know who it could be.
I assumed it was Phoenix Wright.
Why are we... Nothing happens by chance. All this connected. Why are we in a dot hack universe?
No, dot hack is in this universe.
That's for all my Doc Hack heads. Is that Trucy? Is he gonna get shot? And now, you stand ready to begin the final chapter of this story. Ooh, who's she? She's cute.
She's a corpse.
Is she? She could have just fell down. Will the defendant be found guilty or innocent? The decision is yours.
Oh, okay, it is you, but it's a different character.
Oh. Imagine all of that in a pompous British accent.
He's German.
I know, but, I haven't locked it down by then.
Can we see what the first line was?
Weirdly British.
Had them catch the killer at the end, I guess is what they said.
That's what I said.
No. No, it doesn't show the...
No, it
text
just
there.
shows everything else. Why wouldn't it show that first line?
It doesn't.
And that is the whole truth of this case. That's the line that you didn't say.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hey, Apollo! Look on TV. Look.
Yeah, I'm kind of busy.
Whoa! Look at that. He's the last Grammarly, all right. Amazing. Apollo, you should be watching this.
Ow. What? I was writing about our last case in my journal.
Lawyers are supposed to write things in records, Apollo, not in journals. And why now? That case was 3 months ago.
Hey, it's a long story. I did a lot, you know. I want to vacuum pack the feel of the moment for later. What? Right now, I'm wowing the crowd by figuring out how Lamaror disappeared.
Wow, in the crowd. Gosh, you know he's gonna want to publish all of this in a tell-all autobiography. What a goober.
And then have a stage show.
Yeah. That's right. Uncle Valen did that illusion too. But you're missing him on TV right now.
I was just getting to the good part. I suppose I should watch a little TV with her. After all, her father's expecting me to look after her while he's away.
What
you're
are
seeing-
you now?
I can do it.
Oh, do you want to do it?
Yeah, you've been doing a lot of characters.
Go ahead.
What
That's
you're
right.
seeing now, what you're now seeing is a rehearsal for the greatest magic show on Earth, happening right here at our very own Sunshine Coliseum. I should have
Starfish
rehearsed
Rocket.
this.
Yeah, right. You're a news anchor. Could you, where'd you get your degree from?
Clown College.
That explains it.
The Sunshine Coliseum? Hey, that's where the Gaviner's concert was. Only 3 more days until miracles happen right here before your unbelieving eyes. The legendary
Was that a bit?
What? What?
Was that mistake at the end there a bit? Like you're just consistent, or was that an accident?
What?
You couldn't say unbelieving eyes.
What did I say?
You just stumbled on the word unbelieving. So at
didn't
this
think
point,
I
I don't
did.
even know if it's a bit or
I
you're
didn't
just
even
still
notice me do that
struggling.
then. The legendary troupe Grammar is performing for the first time in 7 years.
Yo, hold up, cuz
What?
we can't see that picture anymore.
No, it's gone forever.
It's gone forever, but the guy on the left was Valiant, obviously.
I'm sure all the
Is
characters
the girl at the
will be
center-
showing in.
Is the girl at the center Glamour?
Are you sure it wasn't
And then
Tracy?
And then the dude on the right, was that the guy from the first case? At the poker game?
It's the final case.
Wait, that's gotta be great. I'm so there. You and Daddy are coming too.
The legendary Grammaries. If
This has all
Tracy's,
just been the story of the Grammaries.
if Tracy's real father was still alive, he'd be on that stage performing miracles.
Yikes, that's awkward. I've got tickets and everything. Here's yours, Apollo. Squeak.
Oh god. I need
Is
to
this the other prosecutor, Gavin?
what other prosecutor, Gavin?
The not the rock star.
The
Oh,
defense
he's a
attorney
defense
that's
attorney.
in jail?
Yeah, maybe he got out on good behavior.
I'm just gonna see who it is because it's probably a new character and I need to figure out who's voicing it because I kind of
It's
had
like
that.
Gael Dune.
No, it's you. It's not a new character.
Who is it? The Phoenix?
I believe so.
Ah, you are here. Working hard or hardly working? Hey, how you been? Hi there, stranger.
Not exactly the kind of greeting I'd want to hear from my own kid. Though he has been gone for a long time.
About 3 months. That's not that much. How it goes, Trucy? Here, I got a present for you. Yay, pudding! I love pudding. Ooh, it's farm fresh. What does that mean?
I was gonna say, what does that mean?
What does that mean? What does that mean? Does that mean that Phoenix milked the cows, went to the ranch, got the eggs? Like, what? What does farm fresh pudding mean? ChatGPT.
Don't worry, I'll serve you farm fresh pudding next time.
Never. I don't want it. I don't want it. That's a lot. And not just one pudding, but 3 whole cups?
Yeah, next time we hang out, I'll just be like, yeah, here, I made this farm fresh pudding for you.
If you serve me
I just
3
milked the
cups
chicken today.
of chicken milked pudding, I am going to annul our friendship. I'm going to propose to you just to divorce you. You don't understand how less I am interested in farm fresh pudding. Sounds disgusting.
You prefer like old expired pudding?
Like pasteurize those things. Like
It can be farm
pasteurize
fresh
the
and
milk.
pasteurized.
Pasteurize the eggs. Like,
Well, that's why you use
Bacteria.
chicken milk, because then you don't need eggs because it's full.
skim the blood from the milk.
No, the blood is it's strawberry pudding.
Gross.
That's
Well,
color.
I'm beat.
It's better than the
That's
stuff they
right,
put in
Daddy.
artificial color.
All pudding has a drop of red dye food coloring to recreate the trace amounts of blood in cow milk. That's right, Daddy. You're on a top secret mission. You've got to take it easy with the secrets, you know. How right you are.
So you still can't tell us what your mission is.
Maybe it is time. It has something to do with you anyway.
Huh? With me?
Ooh, maybe you're getting a top secret mission too. Maybe you could be one of those guys. A spy.
Can I just be a defense attorney?
To be honest, telling you about the mission was my whole reason for coming here today.
What?
Tell me,
Why?
you've heard of the jurist system, yes? The jurist system? That's right, the new legal system everyone's talking about. The hot new craze
hot new
legal
fad.
system.
Juries.
It's this wild concept. You get a member of your peers to help decide whether they think you're guilty or not. Crazy, I know.
I
don't
heard
think it's gonna catch on, but
I heard it was last used in 1800s Great Britain.
oh, we love the canon. We love the canon. It also took place in this alternate reality magic land that I teleported
I
to
think
at
that's
one point.
after this.
Is it?
I
Maya's
think
still around.
I think it came out after this.
Oh, well, we don't know about that one yet then. I heard somebody named Carmine Accidenti has something to tell me. I'll be right back. Have you heard of it, Apollo?
Huh? Maybe?
Maybe not as many people are talking about it as I thought.
The jurist system, huh? Not jurist in your area.
Hot jurists in your area want to sit in your case today. So, Daddy, what's this jurist system? Am I saying that right? Jurist?
Trucy, you haven't even read it. You only heard it out loud. How are you mispronouncing it?
I hate that. I know people in real life that do that. Like, you'll tell them the pronunciation of something, and they'll, like, artificially write it in their heads to mispronounce it. I don't know how that's possible. But I know people that do that. We both know people that do that.
We do.
Love you. Did you guys get food? No. Shucks.
I got milk
Ooh.
and a soda.
At a corner store?
No more.
Oh.
Yeah. But I had to run because they were closing the entrance I came in through. So I ran, got milk, and then ran and checked out. They closed
Well,
the pharmacy entrance
When did you have time to do that?
right before I came home.
Oh, with Dad in the car? Oh.
Yeah, he wanted cereal.
Okay.
Like, no, there's nothing else.
Okay. Love you. Bye.
Love you, bye. Have fun, Harry.
Thank you. Sorry about that. Well, Trucy, do you know what a jury is? I've heard of it. Isn't that those people who sit in court in those old courtroom dramas? Wow, it's canon, it's canon, it's canon, it's canon, it's canon. You're right. You're right, yeah, JV. You're right this entire time. Did you know? Did you know that you're right?
Yeah. I've played this game.
Did you remember this? Was this a precursor to the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles?
Well, Great Ace Attorney Chronicles was out, yeah. I think the canon was that because this series took place in the future when they came out. It was like before the games, before that future, it was just the normal Japanese court system.
Yeah, somehow between our timeline and their timeline, the jury system was abolished.
Well, it's not somehow. They basically say it in the first game that crime was so high that they that's why their justice system got so messed up, was they're trying to just deal with it as quick as possible.
Oh, yeah. I do remember you saying that. That's why it's like a 3-day, right? Because they just had so many.
Yeah, they don't
cases.
outright say that the jury's disappeared, but they say that that's why there was a 3-day court limit. It's all said in the second case of the first game. So
I mean
yeah,
it's been almost a decade since we played it.
well, yeah, but I watched plenty of playthroughs. I played through it like 3 times at least.
I'm just saying I don't remember that.
No, that's canon. That happened. So I imagine somewhere in there is when juries went away too.
Yeah. So. They're the ones that get to decide if a guy's guilty or innocent. A guy, truthfully.
So it's not like over a century ago that they had a jury system. It was decades ago.
Yeah. Do you know Apollo?
Only from TV. It's 12 people chosen from the community, right? He's guilty. Can I even disprove it? Yes. Holds up empty bag of bagels. He ate my everything bagel.
That is worthy of the death penalty. As somebody who thoroughly enjoys a nice everything bagel, if I came home and my bestie had consumed all of my everything bagels, it would be on site. It would be on site. Well, they're thinking about reviving that system. They're calling it the new system, the Juris system. No more doing whatever you like, Your Honor.
Oh yeah, the jury system was trademarked.
Not quite that harsh. The jurists cooperate with the judge. They help analyze the case from different angles.
Ah, and there will be only 6 of them under the current proposal, right? I thought you'd never heard of this, Apollo.
Yeah, he's never heard of it. Only on TV. Only on TV. But like TV shows, now suddenly he knows everything about it. Wow, you know your stuff, Apollo. Their findings directly affect the verdict. Hopefully, people will start taking the courts a little more seriously now. I feel like I'm on some kind of educational TV show starring Dr. Wright. Dr. Wright, his assistant Trucy, and mascot Apollo, the perfect team.
Mascot? Hey!
So slight spoiler, but does the next game have the Juris system?
Slight spoiler, no.
Okay. Bummer.
So,
I was kind of looking forward to it.
What is this secret mission?
The Juris system is my mission, more or less. Anyway, keep in mind that new ideas like this system are always risky, Apollo. Too true. Everyone's got an opinion, and they just talk, and nothing gets decided. Kind of like you, Apollo.
I'm not that bad. Am I? Oops, sorry. I thought you were
in any case, I was just giving an awkward pause. We're going to give it a shot. A test, if you will. I don't like tests. Well, you're not taking the test, Trucy. What does it matter? We'll take a case, for example, and choose 6 jurors.
A case as a sample.
We'll take a case as a sample, as an example. We'll take a case as a sample as an example and choose 6 jurors. I'll be the one helping that process, incidentally.
Helping? How?
Well, for one, I'll be the chair of the Jurist System Simulated Court Committee. The chair constructs the ideal situation, choosing the case, the jurist candidates, even the judge in the courtroom. Wow. It's like you have a real job.
How does this person who's disbarred have any sway to be doing this? To be the chair of this new justice system?
Plot reasons. I was never that good at the piano, to be honest.
Once a lawyer, always a lawyer, I guess.
If I had to say, I think the judge is kind of on his side and knows that Phoenix didn't do whatever they think Phoenix did and wasn't aware, but like his hands are tied. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think the judge would have it in his heart to not.
I still don't see how they could give him a chair position, or the head, or whatever. They said the chair.
Yeah. I don't know either. The trial's tomorrow, by the way. Don't miss it. The trial simulation, that is. A simulation, huh? Sounds interesting.
So, what kind of case is the trial simulation about?
Well, since it's the first run-through of a new system, I wanted something simple.
Like murder.
17 possible witnesses, no solid evidence.
Locked room
Good
mystery.
Thinking. A locked room mystery, is that what you said?
Yeah.
That'd be fantastic. No sense in wearing yourself out on something too serious.
No, in the manga where I'm at reading them, I'm at the 3rd case. So the first case is treated like a tutorial case with pain and everything. But outside of the tutorial case, the other 2 cases have already both been locked room mysteries. I'm like, wow, really? Just gonna keep going with that.
The writer really likes locked room mysteries. True, the case is a murder.
That's not simple at all.
By simple, did you mean that the defendant is...
Wait, no. I'm in the third one, not counting the tutorial, and all 3 have been locked room mysteries. Now that I think about it. I forgot the first one. So, yeah.
Unoriginal. Guilty, yes, most likely. So, good luck, Apollo.
With what?
With the trial tomorrow. You're defending, of course. Recall that I said I had something to do with you. Go for it, Apollo. It's just a test case anyways, no sweat.
Yeah, but there's still a verdict to be decided.
And a potentially serious sentence. The most serious in a worst case scenario.
Ah, you mean the verdict's for real? That's not a test trial. That's a real trial.
All the forms have been filed. There's no turning back now. The trial begins tomorrow at 10 a.m. Hope you can make room in your schedule.
Oh, it's sunrise real quick in my head. Yeah, so it is murder. Okay, yeah. But why am I only hearing about this now?
Ah, yes. There was a change this morning. I picked a new case.
Eh?
Something that happened last night.
Okay, we're not going to talk about it yet.
I was going to say, normally it's my bit to not talk about it, but I kind of wanted to talk about it. That's titillating. Hey, Apollo, I know you're all excited about that secret mission, but what about this? The Troop Grammary's Grand Magic Show.
Huh? Oh, right. The card tricks.
They're not card tricks. They're grand illusions, miracles, the apocalypse, heaven and hell.
So what? That's 3 whole days from now.
Heaven and hell will shake.
Heaven and earth will shake.
It's at Sunshine Coliseum. Let's go. Let's go today. We can say hi to Uncle Valiant.
Wait, but it's 3 days away and we have a trial tomorrow. Have fun.
What? I can't go by myself. You know I'm not very outgoing.
Right.
You know I'm shy, you
Woo.
baka. Why not go with her?
But what about the secret mission?
Oh, don't worry about that. You'll hear all about it tomorrow regardless.
I don't trust that smile. He knows something that he's not telling me.
Yippee! Now you can take me to the Coliseum.
I suppose it wouldn't kill me to pop over there.
Ah, Grammary. That reminds me. What's this, Daddy? You got a Phantom Thief call? He's getting a calling card. You of the sin of sloth. For too long have you played on your piano while playing the strings of the justice system. It's like, whoa, okay. A little heavy, but, you know, we'll do it. Isn't that silk hat the Grammary seal? Consider it a birthday present, Trucy. Thanks, it's great.
For your birthday, I'm stealing your heart.
Today isn't my birthday. Good point. What day is it today, Apollo?
Huh? Today? I think it's Recycle Your Plastics Day.
Then it's a Recycle Your Plastics Day present. Yippee! So it's plastic.
I've given up trying to understand them. It's much easier that way. So what is it?
I love that. Can I open it, Daddy? No.
Well, that was a scary face.
You'll need that envelope someday. Someday soon. Don't open it until then.
You're breathing into the mic and it's very uncomfortable, like creepy.
Yeah, that was the point. Well, why didn't you just hold on to it until then?
Because that would be the logical thing to do.
Open it.
It doesn't even let it. I could see that. Oh, looky here. Handwritten signature. Looks like it was signed by a doctor. It says, I can't read it.
Why would somebody write, I can't read it on there? That seems odd to me. I mean, isn't a signature intended to show ownership? What's the use if no one can read it?
Isn't it enough if you can read your own?
Oh, I never thought of it that way.
Yeah, we can't open this. What is this? Anything important? Oh!
The one person
Is attractive to
and
this
something.
ticket? One person, one...
What'd you say?
The one person, one old is effective to this ticket?
Yeah, something like that. Are you ready, Apollo?
Ready for what?
For what? For the Troop Grammary Grand Magic Show.
It's not like I'm getting up on stage or anything, Baka.
What are you talking about, Apollo? You can't enjoy magic if you're not part of what's going up on stage. I'll lend you my spare costume if you need one.
Huh? You mean I can't go in this?
No.
Doesn't get more straightforward than that. Oh, I'm not sure if I read the envelope. Okay, fine.
I don't know if you can hear the loud humming of a vehicle in front of my house,
No,
but it's very loud.
not loud enough. Alright, so what case are you going to use?
You really want to know, don't you?
Of course I do. I mean, I'm going to be defending, aren't I?
If all goes well, then yes, of course. This is just a test. We wanted everyone to start without preconceptions, a blank slate, as it were.
There's a difference between having a blank slate and being just totally clueless. Whose dumb idea was that anyway?
Mine. Well, mine. Committee chair, remember.
Oh.
Well, if you want to know that badly, I suppose. I could give you permission to examine the scene of the crime.
Good. That's better.
But you can't talk to anyone involved with the case.
What? Then how am I supposed to defend?
You let me worry about the details there. Remember, I'm in charge of this trial. All of it.
But you don't want it to backfire, do you?
Apollo. If I am in charge of the whole trial, that means the entire affair is my responsibility, for good or for bad.
Jeez, you look so pissed.
Yeah. Just do what you can. And don't worry, I know what I'm doing.
All right.
I'd recommend going down to the detention center. Your client's waiting for you. You can ask about the scene there.
But you just said I couldn't talk to anyone involved.
Oh, you can talk to your client. If you can get her to talk. All time's a wasting.
Mr. Wright, have you told your daughter how you feel about fingernail biting?
Gross.
Check the plant so you can get the Achivo. The plant. It intrigues you, doesn't it?
Not really. It's just the only thing in here that doesn't have some secret function.
No secrets, but lots of memories. And a name too. Want to hear it?
Not really.
His name is Charlie, if you were curious.
Really, I wasn't.
Did you get it?
Did not get an achievement.
You must have missed checking it then.
Why, was this the last time?
I don't know, I would assume.
No, it says on the walkthrough that this brings you to 50%.
Oh gosh, we got
I think you gotta check it
more.
in. I think you gotta check it in other games in the collection, maybe?
Oh, okay. You want to call it or you want to keep going?
Probably. Yeah, there's still 4 more examinations you need for the plants. We're not gonna move. I just want to see where. Okay, it's just the detention center and the Coliseum.